that one enemy. Or what was it? I was farming an old road for U materials in Sepith until I went back to fishing because the U material RNG wasn't that or it's very inconsistent. It's like sometimes you get like 6 to 9, sometimes you just get 2 or 4. I'm just like, oh my god, please. Thanks for the talking about the GBF beta. Look up other people's videos on their impressions. Yeah, I mean like the technical simple input thing aside, the game looks still looks pretty fun, especially with some of the new mechanics and stuff, but I'm not experienced enough or well versed in fighting games or Granblue versus in general to give any more insight into this. Like take what I said earlier with like the hugest mountain assault, but as someone who's only dipped their toes into fighting games in general and has a very bad streak of not committing to any one in particular, or at least like learning basics in any fighting game like for a good amount of time or whatever. Like yeah, the whole like simple inputs not having any penalty versus technical inputs just really rub off the wrong way. Because again, why even have technical inputs anymore if you're just gonna make simple inputs like, oh, you know, there's nothing wrong with using simple inputs anymore, no drawbacks. I just like, well, can the technical inputs have a bonus? No, then why is it here? Like, if they feel like it's like motion inputs are an archaic thing that needs to go away or something, then just design the game with just simple inputs in mind as a default moveset or some shit, then people wouldn't be as irritated. But I don't know, man. Like you could just have like a I don't know, maybe you can have like a similar deal with how Street Fighter 6 does its like modern and classic controls, right? Like maybe they could have adapted something like that, especially with how Granblue Versus is basically like they designed it as like a Street Fighter-esque kind of fighter instead of an actual like anime fighter. I really wish they went the more anime fighter route, even though I'm not like, again, I'm not that great at fighting games at all, but at least watching it would be more hype because like looking at anime fighters, all like how fast paced it is and like all the crazy shit that can go on in your usual anime fighter, that'd be sick. But then yeah, I don't like the direction they went with it being more like slower paced and footsie based and shit, like with base Granblue Versus. But man, I really drew like the short end of the stick because like with my history or lack thereof with fighting games, I'm like, okay, it's like, oh shit, actual Granblue fighter, let's fucking go. I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna actually try to learn this shit and actually play it and stuff. And then, well, if y'all remember when Granblue Versus came out, COVID was on the rise. And they never tried to retroactively implement rollback. So, yeah, the interest and motivation and also the player base kind of died really hard, except for really diehard fans who really want to play the game despite the delay-based netcode and everything. So yeah, that didn't help at all. And now we have Granblue Rising. It's like, oh yeah, like, you know, new engine or whatever the heck, and like new mechanics, like a lot of cool new DLC character, or not DLC, or was it DLC characters or no? They're new characters in the base game of Rising, right? I kind of need to look that up again. But I was like, oh, like all these new characters that I really like too. Although I would much prefer Kumbira over Anilla, but let's not talk about that because we got Nier as well. I'm like, oh fuck yeah. But like, bro, it's like, oh shit, like all this cool stuff with Granblue Rising, sign me up. Not like I signed up for the 6-hour beta test, but Then it's like, then I read the message of like, yeah, we're changing simple inputs to have no drawbacks, and there's literally no reason to use technical inputs for accessibility. I'm like, bro, come on. Why do you take like 2-3 steps forward and like 1 to 2 steps back like this? I'm just like, oh, come on, dude. Why? Just why? Like, any good thing we get something as equally or like, or even as equally worse or even more worse or something. It's, I don't know. But, you know, I might be overstating things, you know, take what I say with the amount of stuff because, again, not exactly the most well-versed in fighting games. But, yeah, it just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Anyways, so off-stream, I've been grinding a lot more U materials in Sepith. And burning through shit, again. So, I've been getting more people kitted out. So, I don't have to think about redoing their stuff down the line. We got like more Skanda gems, or actually no, wait, don't we have 1 or 2? No, I think I have like 2 or 3. But yeah, I got more Carnelia gems, made more Faint 3s for, well, honestly, I didn't really know what to put for Duvali. Maybe Goldia would be a preferable thing for Duvali, but then it's just like, I have so much accuracy, it feels like such a wasted stat. Like, I know we got the crit, but any crits we get would most likely be generated from Rage, and Duvali has natural evasion, so it'd be kinda dumb to not make use of it. And yeah, I ended up making Suzaku for Duvali because of the fact that she can seal, burn, and freeze. Might as well boost up the burn and seal to kind of boost her ability to apply status ailments. And I'm still trying to equip out Randy, but I don't know what to put in at the moment. And then I kitted out Fee. Eustace has the stuff from, I believe, the last time, although, wait. I don't know, doesn't Elisa have, hold on. Oh no, not Lisa, Emma? Oh, yeah. I need to make another Vulcan gem down the line. But, yeah. Got Tita kitted out with Rakan gems, 7-fold, and like all this stuff right here. Aeolus gem, because in case we actually do get to apply a feint on an enemy, 2-turn feint. That's gonna be huge. And Rage anyways, because I might as well. Although honestly, like, if I'm not building her for straight up evasion, maybe I don't really need Rage on Tita. Instead, I could have, like... honestly, maybe even Goldia instead of... Actually, you know what? Now that I'm kind of talking to myself more about this idea, it's like, you know what? Might as well, right? And yeah, we put the Novo gem because, yeah, we need even more speed. And what was it? I got the Solar Gyre and the Shield Breaker for Yuna for even more defense down chances. And then we got Kurt with Byakko, Aeolus gem, Sadhu, Mars gem for just strength and crit up. Honestly, I might be overemphasizing. Oh yeah, I also need to rearrange Master Course later, but I might be overemphasizing getting Carnelia gem on a lot of people, because maybe in hindsight getting Mars gem would be a bit more viable stat-wise, because it's only a 40 strength difference and you get 8% crit, which could lead to extra unbalances or bursts of damage during a long fight where you're just slashing away. So yeah, maybe I should have been putting more Mars gems on people, but what was it? For Altina, I ended up putting on like the Akala and Hyosho gems for extra variety and extra passives because I need someone to help recover assault points, and also the general stats here from the Hyosho gem would be pretty nice. The Diamond Nova's got like an extra variety bonus because I feel like you're gonna keep on Tita with Pandora and Titania here because I like my big damage. Hey, Ultimate Hunter, how my character's build going? I'm getting more people kitted out. It's definitely gonna take a long time to finish up getting everyone else built up. But I mean, with all the dialogue we still have to get through, and probably depending on whether or not I want to keep switching back and forth between Cold Steel 4 and Remnant 2 now. Also, speaking of Cold Steel 4 stuff, I still need to get my VOD, the rest of my VODs exported. They're kind of behind a little bit, but I'll probably get back to that tomorrow. But yeah, so between the other stuff I want to do on stream and everything, like, that should give me enough time to kind of like grind out a couple more characters over time. And yeah, with Ashe, like, we got Carnelia gem here for chonky damage. Honestly, I don't know what Mirage quartz to put on Ashe, honestly, because I look through these, I'm like, which ones actually contribute to what Ashe can do kit-wise? And I'm like, the only thing I see is Confuse 3. Normally, or maybe it would have been Odin Gem, because like his one move is magic based, so maybe we can scale that up a tiny bit for whatever that's worth. And also maybe switch out Gloom for something else, but I'm like, eh. Also, if I do have Gloom on Ashe, maybe I should make another ALS gem for extra ailment duration. Should we apply it? Oh yeah, also one thing I noticed, I didn't notice that Aeolus gem is missing stat listings, because look here with Aeolus gem, HP, arc strength, arts defense, and movement. But then if you look to the left, it's like, hey, there's speed there. They just didn't have enough room to fit in the description for some reason, even though there is like a good amount of blank space to include speed plus 4, but I don't know. Cause yeah, I was also wondering, it's like, wait, we have Holy Breath, we should be getting the speed from it, so where's the speed here? I was like, oh, it's just not written on, which is weird. But yeah, I still need to work on getting more stuff for Elisa, cause like if I check out what we got here, like, honestly, there's not really much else. So, in terms of Fire Quartz for Elisa, actually Vulcan Gem would probably be ideal here. Yeah, like Vulcan Gem. I'm not really sure on Mars Gem or Carnelia. Technically, Suzaku could or should be good. Yeah, burn, seal, mute, burn. Yeah, so you can try to also make her like a ailment, or you can try to have her go with an ailment build. But I'm not, not 100% sure on that. Because we pretty much just have her as the buff bot. So I'm not sure if I wanna, I mean, if I have her as a buff bot, maybe, or maybe her job could just be like applying ailments if possible, and then just reapply buffs and then just rinse and repeat or something. But also another thing I should be concerned about, the fact that most bosses wouldn't be susceptible to ailments down the line. You know, like fucking Campanella, McBurn, I believe. But basically most of the major bosses, since their efficacies are only like, what, 2 to 5, maybe 10% if you're lucky. So I'm just like, am I really getting my hopes up for this? I mean, when it happens, it's sick, but I'm really like finding the needle in the haystack to like pull that off or something. Imagine burning McBurn. Oh, I hope I'm not putting anyone that can apply burn against McBurn. So, Or I hope I'm not trying to focus that. So, yeah. So good luck with burning McBurn. I'll get back to you on that. But yeah, still not sure how I wanna sort out Elisa build-wise. Cause yeah, like we basically just have Mobius and Alberon to kind of cover her resistances, and also Mobius is just broken good. So yeah, I'm like, what the heck do I put here? Like, we could just put like Seal and then like Suzaku. And in terms of space, we could have like Holy Bell to make this a bit faster to cast. If we need like faster Shining, or no, I mean faster Fortuna or Seraphic Ring if like we really had to panic, I guess. I don't know, I feel like I'm stuck just trying to figure out Elisa right now. And yeah, with Elliot... Oh yeah, wait, there's also the Douche Gem for reduced EP cost. So, actually there is that, but I'm gonna have to farm that back up, which... Ugh. But yeah, Laura, she's kitted out pretty well. She tanky. So like we got like the works here with like Solar Gyre, Send-in Gem for additional tankiness and dodge tanking, Esmelis Gem, we got Rage, Carnelia for big chunky damage, although maybe I could, I mean actually I put in Mars and Carnelia here because I want like the chunkiest damage possible, but yeah, and yeah, Machias doesn't have anything yet. Emma has some stuff here for now until I might feel like I might need to switch out for some different arts for later, but I think she has good coverage because we're just missing water, earth, and space, and we have good healing options or buff options already, so we don't really need to worry about that. So I think Emma's pretty covered for now. Gaius, well, we'll get back to him on that, and then Sarah. Yeah, we'll get back to Sarah on this. Crow. Yeah. Angelica. Yeah, we still got quite a few characters left to build up. You've been binge watching my VODs on YouTube since you missed a lot of my streams. Also, I didn't sound center. I know I didn't say hi to you earlier, but yeah. You've been busy with college stuff and all that. Hope everything's going well, but okay. So, last session, we went through all of the Merkaba dialogue, and I know there's a lot of other, what was it? There's a lot of other quest events over here, and along the, or aboard the Courageous and everything, but I think I'll try to get through more of the actual dialogues themselves. So I believe, were there any other locations that I went to that... I went to Kleist Mall to, what was it, exchange at a better rate. Because, yeah, we got a lot of mirror here when I was farming the old road. And I'm like, well, if I'm gonna exchange these, I mean, I might as well go to Ordis. So, yeah, I did no dialogue over in Ordis, but I had to like burn the icon here to actually exchange stuff. But I think we're gonna do a little bit of a random order here because I did like get rid of the new icons over at the old road and the rest lodge just so we can grind at that one spot. So let's just get the dialogue here, and then I think we'll just kind of go from left to right here. So, woo boy, let's get the chunky bits of dialogue out of the way once we kind of clean up Old Lemaire Road, because I feel like I might forget down the line. as we go through all these dialogues. So we'll get through this first, and then we'll take on Sutherland dialogue. Graduating in September and stuff. You're just waiting on a grade because a professor's a pain to deal with. Almost a proud Erebonian man. But yeah. Good luck or what was it? Hope that the last grades show good results and everything. Okay, let's get to talking. Well, welcome to Noce Rest Lodge. Gosh, I feel so nervous being left in charge of the place. Edo isn't here right now. She left on an important errand this morning. I think she's meeting up with a friend and leaves, but that's all I know. Or about all I know. The least we can do is keep this place up and running while she's gone. After all she's done for us. If it wasn't for Edo, me and the family would probably be sleeping in some ditch somewhere by now. So just let me know if there's anything you need. Oh, do you have anything in your store? No, okay. Oh, is this, Ryan's. Actually, I know Randy's here. Actually, wait. Let's put in Yuna, and then... Oh wait, oh no, Tio isn't here because she's off with the SSS doing stuff. Oh yeah, I was like, wait, where's Tio? Oh, if it isn't the Ashen Chevalier, I'm class 7 too. I take it you're reporting for the Crossbow Times right now. Actually, I accompany Grace here. But, things sure are taking a while. I guess this means the deal's not going too well. Alright, I've gotta say, that's got me kind of curious. Is that so? Well, it's not exactly unrelated to you all, if I'm being honest, so if you like, why don't you head upstairs? We'll do that. It might be worth seeing who's upstairs. Oh. But, wait, was this a quest thing? No. Oh man, there's a lot of sub-events around here then. Oh shit. That's what you did too when you played Cold Steel 4, went from page to page, each location took a while. Yeah, like even if you're not in my position, like stream-wise and reading every actual thing aloud, yeah, it would take a while to just even find every NPC, to just kind of like skim through the dialogue so you can get like whatever chuckles, context, or lore, or whatever from every single person. I'm just like, oh god. Well, I mean, we might as well since we're here. Whoops. Oh! Wait, do I have guys here? Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, no, we need to bring guys here. Hold on. I want to have the proper people here. So there's Grace and but anyone else who Sarah. Would Doobly? No, I don't think Doobly would have anything to say. What about Emma? Oh, whoops. Good thing they added in the feature of new locations that have like changed or new stuff in it. Oh yeah. Oh my god. If only we could like somehow retroactively have this in all the other Trails games, but we know that's never gonna happen. When you look back at the Trails series as a whole, man, it took a long ass time to get a whole bunch of quality of life that we sorely needed in hindsight. Even the sheep count as new dialogue in Ulster.
Now.
Oh, it's you guys. Instructor Thomas and the lady from the Crossbow Times. Good to see you good to see you two again. Eryn, Toa, it's been quite some time. It seems I just missed you and Eryn. Like ships passing in the night, aren't we? Yeah. Gaius and Rosine told us you'd been there. So, who's your friend over there? Or over here? Huh. Okay, so yeah, this cutscene is just Reen and Toa, no one else is accompanying us, sadly. Oh, I've seen you around, but I don't think we've ever actually spoken. Those eyes. You must be blind.
I had better make a formal introduction.
Nielson!
I am Marcel Nielson, freelance journalist.
Of course, I've already heard all about you. The redoubtable Miss Herschel, Class 7, and the Ashen Chevalier alike. Or perhaps it would be more accurate to call you the ultimate sacrifice of the Great Twilight. How do you know that? Knowing things is his business. Mr. Nielsen taught me everything I know about journalism. He even won the Pulitzer Prize, several years in a row at that. He's covered the mysterious incidents in the Brill, the DG cult incident, and even the annexation of Crossbell. Wow, that's an impressive resume. I remember hearing about you, but what are you doing here with Grace and Instructor Thomas? Well, first off, allow me to apologize for not helping you during that little incident on the Pantagruel. You see, there was a certain something I'd been searching for at the time. An artifact passed down through the Imperial family. Final volume of the Black Records. Oh. You mean the secret books you and Reen were deciphering? Between flame and earth, the wavering darkness begins to spin the tale of the end. First, the conflict of the great gods of the second pillar. Second, the fusion of earth and flame, and the completion of the 7 vessels. Third, the beginning of the 1,000-year city, and the acceptance of the Grawl. Fourth, the disappearance of the Holy Beast and the catastrophe of the Whispering Dragons. Fifth, the recapture of the capital and the Vermilion Curse. Sixth, the Lion's War and the sacrifice of the Holy Maiden. Seventh, the appearance of the giant pillar and in the north and the unwanted child. Eighth, the sacrifice of the village and the 100 Days campaign. Ninth, the great blue tree to the east and the appearance of the cursed castle. The disappearance of the Holy Beast and the catastrophe of Whispering Dragons. Recapture the capital and the Vermilion Curse. Ah, yeah, back then. Then the War of the Lions, and then Giant Pillar, Salt Pail. The Unwanted Child was... Oh, I keep forgetting. Unwanted Child. It was Weissman, right? That this was referring to? Or... I keep forgetting this detail when it comes to the Salt Pail. Unwanted Child is Weissman? Oh, okay, thank you. And then, yeah, Hamel, 100 Days War, Azure Tree, the Infernal Castle. Thus, the 1,000-year-old wish was fulfilled. When the sacrifice is made and the ancient blood flows, the path to the Grawl of Erebos shall open. When the tainted Holy Beast is pierced by the blade of the world's end and blood fills the Grawl, its blood fills the Grawl, the great twilight shall fall upon the land. Because Weissman was orphaned when the Salt Pail appeared? Yeah. God, I still keep thinking about what Father Kevin did to Weissman. Like, holy shit, just turn on the salt by just shooting it with the thing, or with a salt pail or whatever, and just turn him into fucking salt. I'm like, god damn. Kind of ironic, considering. Yeah. Oh, like, dude, Kevin is fucking brutal, dude. So there's actually more to it than that. And that's what His Majesty told me when I visited him at St. Ursula. There's an additional volume relating to what... wait. relating what will happen after the Great Twilight. Sadly, however, His Majesty never read it himself. Whoa, it can even record the future? That's artifacts for you. They operate on a whole different kind of logic. All that stuff about the Recluse Cube back in the Burrow, whoosh, right over my head. I think all of us are at a loss over it, to tell you the truth. Lucky for us, Mr. Nielsen's already gotten hold of the last volume, right? Huh? Oh, or ooh, right on the money. My. This must be the work of the Eight Leaves School's famous unclouded eye technique, no? It's as you say. I possess the final volume. It took a month of searching all throughout the Empire. And curiously enough, though my own eyes are themselves clouded, I can still read the contents of the book. And that this is the final volume of the Black Records is an unmistakable fact. Naturally, once I heard about it, I set about negotiating a trade. In the end, we settled on a very simple condition. All you have to do, Eryn, is give Nielsen an interview. Oh. Me? But... Oh, don't worry. I don't actually plan on publishing it. I already pieced together a few basic facts from your lineage alone, as well as the unfortunate position you've been placed in. Oh. Damn, this dude could do his fucking research to Eryn's, like, actual family history and everything. God damn, I mean, that's Nielsen for you. He's such a badass, dude. Nothing escapes, like, Nielsen at all. Nevertheless, it's in my nature to seek out the truth. I want to find out exactly what's going on here in Erebonia. He looked at the Kiseki Wiki for spoilers. Oh my god. And what better way to get said truth than to ask one of the people directly involved? Everything I've heard puts you at the center of all the strange happenings that have occurred here over the past few years. I'd be happy to give you the last of the Black Records in return for answering a few of my questions. Eryn. Oh, goodness me. Wazzy told me you were perceptive, but it's rather unnerving just how much you already know. What do you say, Eryn? The decision ultimately lies with you. The war is only 5 days away. This could help allay the situation, if only a little. I guess so. Sure. Alright, you can ask me anything you want. You have my thanks. I really appreciate this, Eryn. Hey, do you mind if I sit in on the interview? I'm joining in too. No journalist worth their salt will let a chance like this get away. Toa, Thomas, and Grace remained in the room while everyone else left to wait outside. Thus did Eryn's interview with the blind journalist then begin. Everyone just chilling in the lobby. Now, Eryn, I understand that Thomas was your history teacher, and given Miss Herschel's grandfather's expertise, I'm certain she knows her fair share as well. So I'd like to press right on and get to the heart of the matter, if that's alright with you. Yeah, sure. I have to admit, I'm feeling a little nervous. You can go ahead and start whenever you're ready. I can't let my nerves get to me. Let's begin with a quick synopsis then. As it stands, the Great Twilight phenomenon is currently enveloping the whole of the Empire. The force behind it is called Operation Jormungand, while the resistance against them is referred to as Mille Mirage. Moreover, the key factors of this entire dilemma are the 7 Divine Knights, as well as the 2 Septarians they had been forged from. A great number of the implications behind these events are too much for humanity at large to handle. They can make the history of our entire species feel trivial, meaningless even. But if we seek out these truths with an open mind, I believe there's more awaiting us than mere existential dread. What's happening here goes beyond just Erebonia. There are a myriad of different factors at play. Hey Belvin, how you doing? There are? Oh, I see. Sounds like this is about to get deep. Just how much does this guy know? One of those factors is, of course, the Erebonian Empire. Thanks in part to the Arner family owing allegiance to neither the clans of the Earth, nor Fire, they quickly rose to prominence. Thus today, Erebonia stands as one of the oldest nation-states in Zemuria. With the help of the Septian Church, it quickly expanded both its territories and its influence. That spectacular growth was also what gave birth to the Empire's unique system of class. All of which culminated 250 years ago with the War of the Lions. Argonians, are we in Skyrim now? Wait, Argonians? Wait, did I just like mispronounce something? There are plenty of intriguing rumors regarding what went on behind the scenes. But that's not quite what concerns us at the moment. What does concern us is what happened in the wake of the war. Something that's exerting an influence on the world, even today. Do you know what it is I'm referring to, Reen? I think so. Rumors. What significant change occurred after the War of the Lions? Wait. After the War of the Lions? Wait. No, not a... No, wait, decrease in population? No, the post-war Renaissance, right? Because, like, because wasn't there the... Didn't they say something about, like, a cultural renaissance or flourishing of culture, something like that after the war? Once everything was said and done? Because, like, wouldn't the weapons technology thing be during the war? And the population be the same kind of deal? It's not like... unless, like, they're trying to, like, frame this in a different way, but I would think it's post-war Renaissance, right? You mean Draco's post-war Renaissance, right? A whole lot of innovations were introduced during that time. Stuff people couldn't even dream of back in the Dark Ages. It helped make the country what it is today, making huge leaps forward in law, economics, and culture alike. The founding of Thor's military academy is a perfect example. That's right, because anyone can enroll regardless of class or nationality. It's helped a lot of commoners get into the Imperial Army or obtain government posts. Thinking about it like this, you could also say it indirectly led to the formation of the Noble and Reformist factions, and even the Civil War itself 2 years back. That's right. The Noble faction would never have been so militant if those class distinctions hadn't been so pronounced to begin with. Never would have been so militant. That likely had repercussions beyond the army and government as well. Very good. It seems we're more or less all on the same page. Let's move on to the factors Let's move on to the factors at work outside of Erebonia then. Now, I realize that's a rather broad description to use. I know I've like done this a lot, but like, man, we cover a lot in the Trail series as a whole. Like, you have like the entirety of the borough down to the south, 2 whole fucking games with crossbow just because of how important it is between the power struggles of Erebonia and Calvard. And then like you have everything that's been going on in Cold Steel within Erebonia, and then like everything in Northumbria, the Nord Highlands, and well, we haven't really seen Jirai, but we've seen a lot of talk about it like across the games and stuff, especially considering, you know, Crow's whole deal and whoever else from Jirai as well. I wonder if we'll go there in Reverie. Well, we'll have to see about that, because like we've never explored that place as far as I remember. Yeah, because like Cold Steel 1 was only covered. Okay, I don't think I can remember exactly all the specifics, but yeah, no, we never went to Jirai at all. I kind of wonder about Northumbria, but sadly, guess it's just one of those things where it'd just be places we only talk about and learn about through people who've lived or moved away from there, or something, or stuff we hear in like the nation's local like newspapers or something of the sort. Or if you're like me, also suffer with the Cold Steel Northern War anime, but let's not talk about that. So for our purposes, we'll narrow it down to Liberl, Northumbria, Jirai, Nord, and Crossbell. Kalmar also borders the country, but of course, it really deserves to be in a category of its own. Whether the Nord Highlands count as part of the Empire is up for contention. And Crossbell has been contested territory for hundreds of years. But these territories weren't under Erebonian rule when the Empire was first founded. Even so, their impact on Imperial matters back then was by no means small. We have, for instance, the Nord Highlands, where then Prince Drykos began his campaign. And Liberl found himself caught up in the 100 Days' War due to the massacre at Hamel, a tragedy born of conflict within the Empire's class system. Of course, it goes without saying that each of these situations began from within Erebonia. But there was one specific event, not directly connected to the Empire, that still had a great influence on its future. Oh, are we actually... Is that why Toa's sticking around with us? We're actually gonna talk about the airship incident 17 years ago. Does anything spring to mind, Reen? Let's see. Wait. What highly influential... No, it had to be the Northumbrian disaster. Like, the Salt Pail really fucked things up. Because, like, the Jirai's thing, like, yeah, it was, like, a big scheme with, like, what Osborne did. But it's not, like, it affected, like, a lot of the other surrounding nations or territories or whatnot. I don't know what the fuck they're going on with the Guardian Statue in Nord, as far as I remember. Fuck if I know. And yeah, with the Salt Pail and everything, like, not only, like, was Northumbria, like, I believe they said Northumbria at the time was, like, prospering or getting on by well enough or something like that, but then it really caused, like, a huge shakeup societally, culturally, the rise of, like, the Jaegers and, like, its Norman society to basically bring home the money regardless of how clean or dirty it is. And how, you know, you see, like, the Northern Jaegers or other Jaegers from Northumbria, like, spilling over into other nations and stuff, doing anything for pay, regardless of the morality. And how it also enables other nations or bad actors to basically just hire them to do certain dirty jobs while trying to keep their hands clean of it. Actually, the Bracer Guild, or the attacks on the Bracer Guild in Erebonia was directly done by Jaegers hired by was it Osborne, or was it like the Erebonia Empire in general, or okay, I'm forgetting specifics already again. But I'm pretty sure the Salt Pail was like the biggest influence here. The only thing I know of that fits the bill is the salt pail, the one that appeared during the Northumbrian disaster. We still don't know exactly what caused it, but it definitely wasn't the Empire. A natural disaster like that would surely have had far-reaching consequences. That's true. It set off the sequence of events that led to the Northumbria changing from a principality to an autonomous state. Many refugees fled to Erebonia, and the newly established Northern Jaegers found plenty of chances for employment as they were hired by Erebonian nobles for proxy wars. Yeah. And Northumbria's troubles spilled over to its neighbors in the west. Jiraiya's resulting economic hardships were just what the Empire, or rather Chancellor Osborne, needed to turn its people against Crow's grandfather. Oh, the Bracer Guild stuff in Erebonia was by Ouroboros to lure Cassius out of the Burl. Oh, okay, thanks for that. God, there's like so many like things to keep track of or keep in mind. God damn. I think I still know more about the lore and trails than I do in US history. Yeah, that's exactly right. I see. When you think of it that way, you can really start to glean the wider impact that disaster had on the world. Even the Imperial Liberation Front's creation can be traced all the way back to it. Quite right. It's an event that certainly deserves our consideration, if we aim to properly unravel the goings-on of the Empire. Let us conclude by moving over to the happenings to the east. Again, to narrow things down, we'll specify east to mean Crossbell, now a part of the Empire, and the Republic of Catherdral. We may end up bringing other powers on the continent into discussion, but for now, let's focus on these two. Catherdral has fought Erebonia for control of Crossbell for centuries now. About 100 years back, their monarchy was overthrown, and a republic established. Then 72 years ago, Catherdral and Erebonia negotiated shared rule of Crossbell, effectively turning it into an autonomous state. But some 30 or so years ago before that, Crossbell was actually a part of the Empire. Were you aware of that? Huh? Come to think of it, I think we did touch upon that in our history classes, if only just barely. I guess an Imperial school wouldn't want to give a lot of attention to losing a territory. We still have the old Governor General's residence from when we were last under Imperial rule too. The old pro-Erebonian speaker took place for himself, apparently holding some seriously shady underground auctions there. Oh, right, the Schwarz auctions. Right. I think, yeah. Yeah, man, what other auctions were there? Holy shit. Man, we're even going back to referencing the Schwarz auctions. Oh my god, dude. Omissions like this are a common story, I'm afraid. For the Empire, the shared jurisdiction represented a loss, a humiliation. Thus, they gave it less and less prominence in their histories over time, in an attempt to cover it up and diminish its importance. I see. Yeah, that about explains it. Drago's post-war reconnaissance spurred Catherdral on to make a great number of societal changes, many of which led them to increasing their own sphere of influence, eventually resulting in the dispute over Crossbell. The tension between the two nations has festered throughout the generations, especially on the side of the Erebonians. And the curse is bringing all that animosity to the forefront. Catherdral's revolution was a time of rapid change and upheaval. These things are never exactly simple, but there was one force that was instrumental in overthrowing the old societal order, or social order. There's one force in overthrowing. How's your knowledge of international history, Eryn? Do you know what it was? Well... What force helped overthrow the Calvard monarchy? Oh, fuck, wait, oh shit. Okay, wait. I am not that well read in Calvardian history. Oh shit. Well, I wouldn't think the Septine Church, for one thing. So that kind of narrows it down. So we know that Calvard has been having a lot of issues regarding immigrants and everything. Or something like that. Although the specifics are exact, or the exact specifics I'm not 100% sure, but I keep seeing mentions of immigration issues. But the nation states from the east? Unless someone didn't study for the pop quiz. I got the other questions right so far. I didn't know we'd be quizzed on this shit. I thought it was just a simple interview. I didn't think this would be a history. I didn't think this would be a history pop quiz. This would be like your teacher saying, "Oh, don't forget to study for this. It'll be on the test." And then the test is stuff you didn't study shit for. I'm like, come on. What force helped overthrow? Oh my god. I feel like it's just a coin flip with the first two answers because overthrow the Calvary monarch. What caused it? What factors would cause any sort of monarchy to change to a republic? I mean, a republic would be something for the people and stuff, so then I would see the immigrants thing being a thing. Like, you get so many immigrants at that point, and then whatever societal problems might come up would cause maybe a rise in the common people to then overthrow the monarchy in favor of a republic that would listen to that would ideally listen to the voices of the people. So then nation states would be, unless like the immigrants themselves didn't directly, but then nation states, no. Or, oh my god, I like when it comes to history stuff, my historical critical thinking is not my strong suit at all. Whenever you catch these trail streams, it always feels like history lessons on a fictional world. You think you only saw combat once, and it was against an angry horse. Look, you don't understand. We needed the horse back for the races. You don't understand. Once all the warring stuff's over, we got to think about the horse races. How are people gonna bet their money now? Very important. Yeah, wait. Overthrow the Calvin monarchy. Part of me is kind of having doubts about the immigrants having enough collective power and influence to do something that drastic, right? So then they would need nation states to... No, but if they have nation states... The game needs more gamba. Sorry, the trail series as a whole can only do just poker and blackjack. No, there's no other gambling allowed in the series. No slots, no roulette, no other unique gambling minigames that they can try to come up with. Hey Bryce, how you doing? I'm trying to learn my Trails history right now. Or remember my Trails history. Fuck, was it immigrants or nation states? Also a nice temple, holy shit. With a little bit of pom-pom party and Vantage Masters. He only posted that since someone said Gamba. Daily Q Hime Temple, hell yeah. Okay. I think I'm just gonna go with my gut and just say, just bring up the immigrant factor. Okay, if I get this wrong, we're gonna have to reload. A lot of people emigrated to Calvert around that time. They still do to this day, in fact. Wait. Oh, wait, is that supposed to be... Was that supposed to be Yin Aricia, the hooded figure with that specific greatsword? Oh shit. Indeed. At the time, Calvert was verging on the brink of an economic collapse. Oh my god, I did get it right, holy shit. You vote for the church? No. The Septian Church has nothing to do with this shit. Compared to a lot of other games, like... Trails does not go down the route, maybe yet, on the whole, like, evil church thing. Like, it's, like, we've seen evil churches in, like, so many, like, other JRPGs or other, like, stories in general. I'm so glad that the Septian Church isn't exactly an outright evil underground, like, organization, in general or some shit. It has, like, some very gray area sides to it regarding a certain branch of it, but for the most part, it is what it is. Such a tired trope. Yeah. Like, the Sethian Church has always been, like, an ever-present, like, influence on every aspect of the Trail series. Like, you have Septian churches in every city. People always, like, pretty much, like, 99% of people, like, will always praise or, have their beliefs in Adios or something. And, like, yeah, it's just, like, everyone always, like, despite all the national and national, ethnic, cultural, or whatever differences, like, even the people of Nord who are naturally, like, nomadic and stuff, they've also integrated, like, their beliefs in Adios into their own, like, nomadic beliefs with, like, the or not oh wait, no, that's what I'm looking for, animalist or animist? No, not animalist? Well, no, animist, right? Or, I don't know, something like that. But yeah, it like, pretty much, like, nearly everyone, like, practices the same religion. It's pretty crazy. That just means the very final installment of this world would finally have Evil Church. Oh, bro, I swear to God. I mean, like, I kind of wonder what will actually happen with the Septian Church, because, like, it does have its, like, fair share that we've heard from other people in Grossritter, like the bishops and archbishops around the other Septian churches, chapels, and cathedrals and stuff, that there are people within the church that don't like what the other does because of the certain gray area aspects of the Grossritter and whatever else they do. But I don't know. Well, I kind of wonder if that'll actually amount to something huge later on, or if it's just like small things that will get in the way, like over the course of the story or something like that. I don't know. All roads lead to church equals bad. That matters to anyone but the Karn banner is up in FGO. Oh, man, as much as I would like to try to pull her to, I think I'll be waiting for FGO Summer though. Like, Morgan burnt so many of my pulls already when I was skipping over her to get Oberon and Koinskaya. So, no way I'm gonna continue my lucky streak at all. Don't get baited. Or Merlin. Yeah, I already have Merlin, so I'm good here. Yeah, I can't be baited. Summer Comma banner is too close. Yeah, I know, Summer Comma, dude. Also, Summer Comma is part 2, right? Not part 1? Actually, I'm gonna have to look at the banners again, but she is part 2. Yeah, F me, dude. On the second female banner? Yeah. Okay, let's continue reading. It's said that the merchants moving in from the east gave the revolutionary forces enough financial aid to tip the scales in their favor. There are also rumors that Eastern assassins were sent after major leaders on both sides. Ah, so that's how the flow of people from the east affected Calvar's revolution. That revolution led to Crossbow's autonomous statehood, which in turn led to its struggle for independence and subsequent reannexation. The reannexation then led Calvar to taking military action, and the results of that battle led them to deploy their agents to Heimdall earlier this year. I'm starting to see how it all connects to Operation Jormungand and Mu Mirage. Yeah, there's more behind the scenes dealings to this than just Erebonia's. This isn't really an interview, is it, Mr. Nielsen? It's more like a debriefing. Thanks to you, we now have a much firmer grasp on the continent's past, present, and future. All these events laid the groundwork for the curse of the Empire to take root. The way you put it, even my becoming a sacrifice for the Great Twilight sounds like it was inevitable. Oh. So, that's what this is all about. And also the music's gone. Mr. Nielsen. Well, you are a key figure in this after all. I simply felt you had a right to know. Though talking through and discussing our various theories was rather enjoyable too. Received the final volume of the Black Records. Oh. Ooh. It's relatively short compared to the others, so it shouldn't take you too long to decipher. In any case, you have my thanks for volunteering your time. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must go off in search of my next story. Wait, you're leaving? How? Oh, I've arranged passage with one of the transports passing through from Aragon. It'll take me as far as Mosanti. I'm sure I can find myself a train from there. Wow, that's pretty thorough. Do you mind if we tag along? This is just too good to pass up. I've got to tell Rans about this. Rans, get your ass up here! Well, it looks like this is where we part ways. But I expect we'll meet again. Perhaps with my commander present next time around. An appealing prospect, to be sure. Thanks for everything, Mr. Nielsen. I feel like my understanding is finally up to speed. I'll try to take a wider perspective of what we're getting ourselves into going forward. Yes, thank you. This has all been very enlightening. The pleasure was all mine. Now then, I bid you farewell. Man, I thought we were actually gonna get more detail about that, like, fateful airship incident 17 years back, but no, we got, like, the whole picture about the Great Twilight and the curse and shit and all that stuff. I'm like, God. What airship? The big airship incident that killed a lot of people that we, like a lot of people's parents, family, friends, or whoever else, like, going into the later games in its history. Like, Toa's parents died in that airship. Oh, fuck. There were... No, not Ellie's parents, no. Toa's... There's, like, a lot of other people across all the Trails games who have connections to people who died in the airship incident 17 years back. But I don't think we got much other detail about, like, the hows and the who's involved exactly, just the victims and the fact that it was covered up. I believe that's all we've got from it. We don't have any... I don't think we have any details of who done it, why, and who hired the people to do such a thing, because I believe it was like a paid job that it was that it happened in the first place, I think. Oh yeah, Lloyd's parents. And Ian's wife and son. Yeah, oh yeah, thanks for, yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, Ian's wife and son, Lloyd's parents, Toa's parents as well. And then, wait, what's that, Melvin? You can bring up the my stream on your phone and you get no ads. You go on your PC and you get ads when popping in? Huh. Yeah, I mean, although to be fair, it's been a while since I rolled the initial ads when I started the stream to stop pre-rolls for an hour. So that timer's up already. So pre-rolls are on unless I roll 3 minutes of ads like right now, so that we won't get it for an extra hour. But I don't really like doing like mid-roll ads like during streams. I only do it at the very beginning. Because like I know that like people would just be starting to tune in, or maybe they find out the notification that my stream's live if you put on notifications like some minutes afterwards or something. So that's why I kind of roll it early on, just like let the songs I play out first to kind of wait out the 3 minutes and then we go. But yeah, I don't really like doing ads midway to, even if it helps pre-rolls, it always just feels annoying to get 3 minutes of ads in the middle of something. So yeah, even if I like go on a restroom break or whatever, which would be like an ideal time to put on ads to disable pre-roll for later, I don't really like doing that. I don't know, Twitch is just really dumb. So it might be ad proof now for some reason. It's fine, not a complaint, just an observation. Okay. But yeah, I think like before I caved to, what was it? Like before I caved to get Twitch Turbo, which will be expiring for me because Twitch Turbo is increasing in price for no fucking reason. Like I feel like, this is kind of tinfoil hatty somewhat, but I feel like Twitch enforces ads on you if it detects like some ad blocker in your browser or some shit. I don't know, cause like if I vaguely remember, I think like my friends like, actually no, they have ad blockers too, so that doesn't explain it. I don't know, cause like even after it feels like a stream puts on ads to disable pre-rolls, I feel like I still get them, even though it should be on cooldown, which is weird. So I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, I know I'm gonna be suffering with pre-roll ads. Probably, I think next month is when my cheaper Twitch Turbo expires, which is gonna be a bit annoying. Because like, as a reminder, they're increasing it from like $9 a month to $12 a month. And Twitch Turbo has historically been barely advertised at all, tucked away in a little ass drop menu. Yeah, you have to click a little word for it to bring up the Twitch Turbo page, and then you can pay for it. For an ad-free experience while still giving that ad revenue to the streamers you want to support and all that shit. And now that they actually started to advertise it just this year, oh hey, now it costs $12. It's like, bro, Twitch, like, come on, just advertise it and people would just buy it straight up. Now they're just like advertising it only after they increase the price for no justifiable reason. Because like, oh, it's like, oh, like, do they have any additional features or bonus emotes or whatever the heck to justify the price hike? No. As far as I know, from what I read up, it's the exact same thing. Ad-free experience, the usual Twitch Turbo emotes, which is just not even much of a factor in the price to begin with. And for the streamer side, you get to keep your VODs, if I remember correctly, for 2 months instead of having it expire in a week or two. So not everyone's gonna get that benefit, so that's like the extra value wasted because that's a streamer only benefit basically. Go, what average Joe Schmo buying Turbo to get rid of ads is gonna have like actual streams that they want to maintain VODs for 2 months before expiring? Like, hello? It boggles the mind. Like, what other benefit would there even be? Like, it shouldn't even be $9 to begin with. It should just be like, hell, like it should just be like fucking $5 or even $6 if you want to make it like worth a little bit more than a general sub to someone, so that you can have it apply ad-free for every stream or something. If you want to go through some other logic, I don't know, man. It is still not worth the $9, but I kind of just said fuck it, because I was like, oh, $9 isn't as much, but now that they're hiking it by literally 33% to $12, bro, screw that. I'm just gonna suffer with pre-roll ads once my Twitch Turbo expires. Because like when they announced the price hike and changed the price, they said that people who were on Turbo with the old price can have it for 3 more months. So I think my Turbo is expiring soon. I mean, since we're still on this tangent, let me double check this before we continue reading. So let me see right now. I should have it in the subscriptions? No, connections? No, notification, no. Privacy, channel videos. No, not that. Where do you find your Twitch Turbo? Ah, subscriptions, here we go. Turbo. Oh, actually, no. My Turbo's going to expire. Oh, yeah, actually, no. Mine will end in September. Okay, no. Actually, never mind about that. But either way, though, yeah, I am paying for that increased price once it expires. So you jumped ship off Turbo in time before it costs more? Yeah. Speaking of things costing more, your Spotify subs been going up $1 a month? Yeah, this is why I just, like, download my songs or whatever. Or just, like, buy the CDs if it's, like, either one, I like the songs enough, or if it's cheap enough, or if I find it on Steam sale on like the Steam on like Steam soundtracks or whatever. Assuming the dev isn't being dumb and only putting part of the soundtracks on, because you know what bugs me about a lot of the soundtracks that are put on Steam for some games? They only give you like a sampler, or they, because of like maybe other rights squabbles between the composer and the developer or company or whatever, they can't put the whole thing on. They have to like get a rearrangement of the existing soundtrack and only put on rearrangements of like key songs instead of all of the game songs or whatever, which is so dumb. So then that's where like probably downloading it comes into play. That and like I don't like having my music always online because it always bothers me. Because, like, you know, what if your internet goes out and you just want to listen to something? Or, like, what if you don't want to use up your bandwidth for however much it would consume, depending on how much music you listen to? I mean, I probably assume it wouldn't be that much bandwidth, honestly. But, yeah, I don't know. So, you just listen to podcasts and stuff all day while at work? Not going to deal with an ad while you're working? Yeah, that's fair. Like, you just want like the content you want to listen to, and then just having interruptions just really annoying, to say the least. But anyway, I've been like opening up my Spotify in forever because I'm not paying for that like subscription, and some songs that I would like to listen to on Spotify aren't there. It has some other stuff, because like hell, it even has like the Trail series, I believe, on Spotify as well, which is pretty neat, if I remember correctly. But yeah, just like some other songs that I want to look up, it's not on there. I'm just like, what the heck? And it's only available through trying to download it off of YouTube or other sites if you are privy enough to know which sites are savvy enough without getting viruses on your computer. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I try to buy soundtracks when I can, if possible. Ideally physical. Because I do have like a USB disk drive, so I can kind of rip the audio from the CDs to my PC and everything. But I might have to like start deleting songs off of my PC, because I'm actually running out of space in my SSD. You know, because like my SSD, like my main drive is only 500 gigabytes. I have like a 1 terabyte hard drive and a 1 terabyte NVMe. But yeah, I'm gonna have to upgrade sooner or later with my 500 gigabyte SSD to like a 1 terabyte. Maybe if I want to splurge 2 terabyte, just so I can have the extra buffer, because everything just like, what was it? The file sizes for literally everything these days is just going up and up and up and up. Like any like relatively new game you want to play, like, okay, you gotta cough up like 20 plus 40, 60, 100 gigabytes to download. Or if you really hate your bandwidth cap, or if you're not or what was it, if you really hate your bandwidth cap, then like, oh, 200 gigabyte game. I'm just like, oh fuck that, dude, like, goddamn. Yeah, just like, F your storage space, F everything, you'll only play our game by deleting every other thing just to play our game. I'm just like, oh fuck that. I don't know why devs are not doing enough, or either they're not given enough time, or they just don't care, depending on how it all works out internally. But yeah, it just sucks at seeing file size optimization just not be a thing. It's so ridiculous. Because like, I look at a lot of other games out there, I'm just like 100 gigs or 80 plus gigs. I'm like, dude, that's so much real estate to eat up in your PC, or just storage in general if you're on like console or whatever too. Even then, it's like, yeah. Anyways, let's actually get back to the cutscene. Thanks much. Thanks much, Reen. I'll get right on translating the final volume. It'll take me a couple of days, but I'll try to get it done before you have to leave. I appreciate it. Will you be heading back to your Merkaba then? Not yet. I need to go discuss things with Rosine. Plus, I thought I'd stick around to help with some of the repairs to your Merkaba. Thanks again, Father Thomas. You know me. I'm just happy to help. Take care, instructor. Hopefully we can meet each other, or meet again sooner instead of later. Well, we did spend 2 years together at Thor's. That has to count for something, no? Now then, everyone, until we meet again, take care in the meantime. The Practitioner. The Church's techniques are a total mystery, even to us. Perhaps, but as long as grandmother trusts him, that's good enough for me. That really was a loaded conversation, huh? But everything we learned from it made it worthwhile, wouldn't you say? Yeah, I definitely feel like I've gotten my head together now. I won't let all this talk of prophecies and destiny hold me back. Whatever the Black Records say will happen, I'll face it. Head on. That's the spirit. And remember, all of us will be right there by your side. Dude, we're gonna power friendship like fate and just give it the middle finger. Ooh, Goldia gem. Yo. Oh wait, does that also mean Oh no, there was no other. Okay, it's only like these guys out here. Okay. We got Goldia gem? Yo, wait. Wait, let me double check. Goldia was the interrupt, right? No, it was the accuracy and crit. Ooh. I mean, wait. With what I have equipped on Elisa, or well, lack thereof. What was I playing about? I mean, we would have her. Actually, who else would do Goldia? No. Oh, right. Angelica. There we go. And yeah, we probably have like Fate 3 here. And we have like Noval Gem. Yeah, okay. Oh wait, oh no, this guy doesn't have any different dialogue with, Okay, no, so this place is absolutely done now. We just need to talk with these two out here. Okay, I think this is how Edo said to do it. No. Wait. Oh, grow flowers, grow. Oh my god. Wait. Oh my god, wait, did Edo just tell them to... Yep. She said if you give them water like that every single day, the most amazing pretty flowers will bloom. Isn't that cool? Hey, Mommy, do you think we can get flowers like this back home? I don't know. Maybe we can ask Edo what she thinks. When she gets back, she might give you some seeds so you can grow some of these yourself. Yeah, let's ask her. That's just one place, but felt like an eternity. I mean, I did go on some tangents, but I mean, yeah, the interview itself, with like putting aside the tangents, oh my, there was a lot of like trying to remember what was it? Trying to remember the historical facts here, because I thought it was like a regular ass interview. No, we're just being quizzed on like the histories and the cause and effects of the curse and everything leading up to this point. Like, oh my god, dude. The test the Trails knowledge. Nah, the ultimate test would be going back to Trails the Third and being quizzed by Campanella again. Now that is true suffering. It took me so many tries because, like, and that was just all the lore and trivia. Just going along from Trails 1 to the 3rd. God forbid we have another, like, Trails trivia deal somewhere near the end of this game about Trails in its entirety up to this point. Dude, I will lose my mind. Like, as much as I can try to remember, I don't think there's any way I'm gonna remember all 9 games leading up to this point, Cold Steel 4 included. I'm like, oh hell no. Hey, guess what? Edo told me all about how to water plants. I wonder if I can make super pretty flowers like these grow in my village too. I'll ask Edo when she gets back. She'll know for sure. Arthur sure seems to have taken a liking to the rest lodge. It's no surprise. Edo's very nice. And it seems like even Gillen will play with him on occasion. I feel bad that he's bothering them with, he's bothering them when they're busy, or when they must be busy. But it's also nice to know that there's such kind people, or there are such kind people around here. It's just as well as, it's just as well he's making friends. We might not be able to go back home for a while. Okay, that took a little bit. But now let's get back to Sutherland. Alright. It's taken us this long, but here we go. I hear the 1st and 16th Armored Divisions are mustering their forces at the Titus Gate. They must be setting up to advance to Catherdral from the Liberalian border. At the rate things are going, the whole continent may be consumed by this great war. Considering the disparity in military capabilities, human casualties are inevitable. I plan to consult with Marcus Hyarms on how I can support those who survive the war. Maybe thinking about what will happen after the war is a little premature, but we have to take it into account if we're to build or have any prospect of building a peaceful future. Huh. Oh yeah, wait, I should probably get Elliot for the girl with the violin, because I missed out on that dialogue earlier. Actually, let me see. Oh, Randy, Elliot. Anyone else for Saint-Arkh? Maybe Angelica, because of her, like, relation with Marcus Ragnar and and the whole Ragnar family in general. Try Muse. Try Usis. I don't think Yuna has any actual business here. Ash, Lisa, Randy, Laura, like... Not 100% sure about Laura, Dooley, Fee. I mean, there's like the Bracer Guild branch in the south part, or in the part of the town there, but nah, or city, I mean. Guys, Marcos, no. Oh my god, excuse me. Okay, you know what? Fuck, we'll bring in Laura. Okay. And we'll get back to town.
Oh, hey, did you hear? Miss Fiona came to the concert, and she taught me so much. I just need to get the beat and it'll be perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Matching with the beat is tough.
Aw, no Elliot. Aw. I thought we got like a little Elliot quip there.
Edda and I submerged a radish in water, and it's begun to sprout leaves. Apparently, all you need is a simple radish stem. Then you can cultivate leaves that are just as edible as the veggie itself. I never would have known if I hadn't looked it up. It's quite a bit of fun to learn about little life hacks like that.
Life hacks.
This sweet girl named Fiona gave Edda some advice about the violin. Our daughter's improved leaps and bounds, all thanks to her instructor and Fiona's guidance. Perhaps my little Edda will grow up to be a violinist one day, or someday.
Whew, I'm real busy. My wife and I's delivery service for her luxury grocery store is back up and running. After my truck was requisitioned, I was sure I'd hit the end of the road on it. But Rosemary knocked the sense back into me, and I borrowed a new one from Clyce & Co. I've got to hustle out there now. I don't want to put any more stress on my wife than she already has. Clyce & Co, huh? Alright, next stop is the Noble District. I'll have to make sure the food gets there as fresh as can be. I heard they were requisitioning grain from my contacts back at the food agency. They said there's nothing we can do at this point but cooperate. The way things are, it's only a matter of time before bread becomes a luxury item. More, no, if we don't put proper priority on our food supplies, the country has no future. Oh dear. How about we speak to Marquis Ballad? Marquis Ballad? Ah yes, it couldn't hurt to try at least. I'm sorry, my dear. I know I said we'd enjoy the last years of our life in peace, and now this arises. Well, I've been waiting for you to retire and come home for the last 30 years. Waiting a little longer won't make that much difference. You've always been there for me. Thank you, Theora. For everything. Now, you better get going, don't you think? Aww. Wait, how do you pronounce that again? Delilah's or? It was the Delilah's, right? Fuck me, dude. I was like, wait, did I hear that before? Hold on, dictionary.com, save me. Oh yeah, wait. Oh no, just okay, wait. Hold on. Dahlias, okay.
The dahlias I've been looking after in my master's place are blooming beautifully. If only he could have seen them. I let my mind wander onto such a depressing train of thought. I'll have to pick one of these and press it. That way he'll see how well they turn out when he gets back. And there'll be so much more. I'll make this the loveliest garden in all of Zemuria. Once I finish the shopping, I'll have to go to the cathedral to pray for my master's well-being. I believe in his abilities, I really do. But that doesn't mean I'm going to skimp out on my prayers.
I spoke with Dinah, and half of our harvest is going directly to her stall.
Hopefully that'll bring in the mirror we need to plant our next crop. First, we'll do everything we can to revitalize the stall. Good. Hold on real quick. There we go. Rekka and I are running this little stall together now. I reviewed how the stall was being managed. Till now to see if we could keep it going. There's no longer an inventory problem, but we're only getting by on the skin of our teeth. Okay, so that's everyone within here. Now, Hotel Augusta. Oh. What's going on here? You say General Le Guin is part of the rebel forces. Know your place, commoner. I haven't heard anything about General Le Guin from the newspapers or the radio. I was just saying it was suspicious. Exactly. Weren't you implying that the general was part of the rebellion by saying that? I mean... The government announced that General Le Guin is at the front line waiting for an opportunity. I mean... She kinda is in a way, just not the front line you think. This is seriously detrimental to the war morale. Manager, call the Imperial Defense Force immediately. Oh, come now, please, calm down. You both seem to have expectations of General Le Guin. We don't have much information. Why don't you discuss what you do know calmly? You have a point. Okay. A simple calm down was all it took. Maybe it's good to hear the positive rumors. I'll bring you some tea. I hope you find common ground. They're concealing the existence of the Vice Army with that kind of excuse, huh? They say that ignorance is a sin. I'm forgiving, so I'll impart some knowledge onto him. I'm secretly a fan of General Le Guin. If he's willing to give me information about her, I might be willing to forgive him. I'm pretty sure Muse might have an extra line here, but... oh well. It's just like they say about being close enough to argue. Something like this would be resolved through rational conversation later on. We've had a lot more guests arguing with each other, but when the manager talks to them, they end up calming down for some reason. His nonchalant, laid-back attitude is actually saving us for once. I'm sure he'll manage to take care of that argument over there too, so there's no need for you to worry. Wait, I can't see from here. Nobody upstairs, right? Yep, okay. Now let's go to the department store. Anything new here? We've had so many orders and repair requests for military uniforms from Titus Gate recently. I thought they only had a handful of troops stationed there to watch the border with the borough. For some reason, we had orders for new recruit uniforms from the 1st Armored Division and the 16th Armored Division. I'd rather not think about it, but the Armored Division is going to pass through the Kingdom of the World to wage war on Calvard? There's a lot we can deduce, but perhaps it's best we didn't interest ourselves too much in military matters. If the 1st and 16th Armored Divisions are going to pass through the borough to make their assault, then one can't help but wonder, how exactly will the 4th Armored Division that's stationed at Dreknor Fortress be moving? All of this is enough to rouse suspicion in anyone. Oh, excuse me. We really should avoid poking our noses into these matters. I've only been hearing bad things about Clayson Co. recently. People are saying they're in league with the government and are covering up illegal activity. They were so popular, but now they've disappointed so many. I wanted to eventually visit Clyde Mall, but in light of recent news, I think I won't. That's just so disappointing. Clyde & Co. is getting some very bad reviews lately. I wanted to eventually visit Clyde Mall, but blah 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 blah. Okay, what about you? The delivery service I operate with my husband has started up again. Recently, my husband's truck was requisitioned by the military, but it just so happened that Clyde & Co. managing directly Hugo's orders, began to support business owners and the flow of goods. My husband bought a truck from the company, so he's been able to resume his deliveries. I had no idea what we're going to do for a while, but I'm going to work hard with my husband to make this relaunch a success. Oh yeah, was that short on? Ah, potato. Oh, excuse me. The bookstores in the capital are voluntarily removing books published in Kalmar from their displays. Even though those Calvardian books never did anything wrong. As a second-hand bookseller and as a book lover, I just can't believe it. The world of books should be free, regardless of what the international political climate is like at the time. Oh yeah, we never read the new Imperial Chronicle, right? Oh yeah, we never read the... Oh yeah, and the Legendary Chosen One as well. Well, I'll keep putting it off for another time. Oh hey, Tovo paid me a secret visit just earlier. He was doing much better than I thought he'd be. It was such a relief, but he really does like to cause a scene, huh? Tovo showed up here? Yeah, I used to provide some assistance to the guild's Saint-Arkh branch back in the day. So Tovo and I are well acquainted. The branch may be gone, but there still needs to be somebody to sort the help requests and provide weapons to the bracers. So we've been collaborating with the Legram branch in certain cases. I see, that makes sense. This gives me a newfound appreciation for Miles and all the work he does at the Legram branch to sustain his information network. I heard about your situation. I can't do much, but I hope to fully support you and the bracers. If you ever need weapons or armor, you're always welcome in my store. Thank you very much. Hey, I mean, we got an extra lore bit here. Rider gloves. Yeah, and this is all the usual stuff, so meh. I'm relieved to know that Tovo's safe. Well, things are going to get even more serious as the war draws near. I'll do what little I can to make sure you got that you've got wings of your own to fly with. Actually, do we have things in the... Oh yeah, we have things in the different highways and everything. Oh, excuse me. God, my yawns are getting so much worse right now. Thank you for such a generous contribution. Please allow me to offer my gratitude. Oh, please don't worry. The Archbishop already thanked me. I was worried that it wouldn't just be the medicine you needed, but gauze and bandages. I just hope my contribution will help you restock. Thank you so much for your concern. We will use your donation wisely. Felicia has donated an incredible sum to the cathedral. We're so grateful for her desire to help us. I wanted to do my part, so I wrote a letter to my father and had some money donated to the cathedral. Normally there's probably a need to consider a profit when moving Mira, but helping those in need is the most someone as inexperienced as me can manage. When I run out of herbs, a merchant named Euclid who sometimes visits helped me out. Thanks to him, I should be able to make the salve that Rue Cathedral needs. He's an interesting young person. He has a deep understanding of medicines as I do, and knowledge of many traditions and legends. For a time, I suspected he had some relationship with the Grossritter. There's so many interesting young folk these days. Euclid. Could that be the guy from Eryn Village? He's supporting Saint-Arkh in secret as a regular person. That gives me some confidence. Wait, did I have Emma here? Oh no, I don't have Emma here for the dialogue. Aww. Dude, there's so much like little bits of extra dialogue that you just wouldn't know about unless you had the right person at the right time. Ah, man. More and more people are being conscripted for the war effort. Fortunately, there are many brave folks here, but I'm sure they're nearing the breaking point, even if they're not showing it. I just hope that we can bring some relief to everyone's hearts, just like the performance earlier.
Saint-Arkh is called the City of Arts, so I'm sure it must be home to many who are rich in spirit. Perhaps for that reason, our streets are relatively calmer than other places. I'm sure that some are going through a lot emotionally right now. We need to do a better job of supporting them. I finally finished tilling the soil. I've started to cultivate olives in this patch. Vegetables and trees require a different method, so there's a ton of studying I have to do. Why do I want to plant olives? That's a secret. Everyone's depressed before the war, but no matter what trials we face, we must keep pushing forward. Ow! I've got plenty of drive, but my back really hurts. I know that medicine is in short supply, but I wonder if they got any pain medication. Okay, so everything done here? Yep. Okay, over to the residential district. Isn't the Emperor's surgery happening soon? Empress Priscilla and Princess Alpha must be beside themselves with worry. There may be still Calvardian spies around, so it may be difficult for them to go outside. But I really hope the two of them are able to pay the Emperor a visit soon. I see, His Majesty's. It'd be great if we could visit the Emperor too. I do hope Empress Priscilla and Princess Alpha haven't collapsed from worry. Meanwhile, Prince Cedric is kept busy with the preparations for war. It'd be good if there was someone around who's there to support them, but... Yeah, Cedric's a little shit. Oh, bro, there is nobody out on the streets right now. Huh. I swallowed my pride and asked Dad for a story again. He was really happy. I don't actually have any interest in his old tales. I just wanted to get my mind off things. There are lots of people coming to make orbit adjustments because of all the wild monsters, but rationing makes getting new stock difficult. It's not a rebellious phase or anything, okay? My father just wants to blame everything I do on a rebellious phase. I just wish he stopped treating me like a child. I was surprised when Coyle wanted to hear some stories. Said he couldn't get into the swing of things if I didn't. So it seems his rebellious phase ended pretty quickly. Oh, and lately, all the plants in my star have begun withering. It's said that things like this are harbingers of ill tidings, but in reality, war is almost upon us. I can't help but feel it was really an omen. But even so, Coyle really wanted to hear the stories. I can't believe it. If you can't push them to change their minds, then try backing off. They might come around on their own. Honestly, there's a lot of things that go into like some like reverse psychology stuff with like getting with a parent trying to get the child to turn around to do something. Like I don't know, like what this guy did, or maybe like actually, what would like another example be? I don't know. Anyways, I'm too sleepy to go ramble on about whatever right now. Okay, I don't know why I'm checking these. There's like literally nothing different here. Alright. Let's go to the inn now. Oh, isn't this the, Wonder, Albert, and Kaiser Dice. I hope the trading in Nord is going alright. My contact managed to persuade the supervisor at Zender Gate. He managed to get them to, oh, excuse me, hold on. Sorry about that. He managed to get them to Nord safely. Many have left Nines because of their public image, while others have been conscripted. They're the only hope left for the club. If we all hope to have a future after the war, it's in my best interest to make sure they're thriving out there. Wonder and the others are doing special training in Nord. With war imminent, some people think that it's ridiculous we're worried about horse riding. I don't care what the world says. I'm ready to lay down my life for Nines.
I got a response from Nash. Corolla, I had no idea you were so madly in love with me. I can't promise that I'll marry you, but if I come back from the war in one piece, I wouldn't mind going out with you.
Bruh.
What the hell kind of fantasy world is that dummy living in? And what does he mean if he comes back in one piece? Enough with the hero act, Nash. Cut the crap and come home already. This is Nash we're talking about, so I don't think he'll do anything that'll get him killed. Even so, he was dumb enough to completely misconstrue how I feel about him, so I can't help but worry.
The most dead flag line ever. What do you mean? He'll come back fine. He's just unsure. And he only promised to go out on a day. It's not like, what was it? Yeah, just a day to see how things go out if he comes back, you know? Wait, hold on, we forgot about the antique store. Hey, love, how you doing? We're gonna be in dialogue mode still for the next, like, who knows how many sessions. Because we spent a whole lot earlier doing the Nielson interview, plus some extra tangents. But oh boy, yeah, it's time we chew through this bit by bit. Anything around here, by the way? I think handkerchief. Okay, now we're good. I've got a lot of people who will be leaving for the armory stopping by these days. They come in and sell their precious heirlooms and artwork, so they can leave some mirror behind for the families while they're away. Just the other day, a man came in with a watch his grandfather had given him. It's painful to imagine the amount of hardship my customers must be going through to part with such treasured valuables. I look after all the items my customers entrust to me as if they are my very own. In the end, that's the most I can do to respect their wishes. I'm still really on the fence right now about like what I want to do later tonight. Assuming I'm not too sleepy to continue on, but I'm still kind of on the fence between Remnant and finishing the Star Rail event that I started a couple nights back. Kind of debating on that still in my head.
Mom and Dad wrote a letter saying that we should devote ourselves to the Empire, and that soldiers should die for the great Erebonia if that's what it takes. That's just so wrong. Mom and Dad are so wrong about all this.
I agree, Ron. We can't treat human life as dispensable. From what I can tell in their letter, they're planning to come pick you up in a few days. So please remember this. Don't lose sight of what you know is right, and be sure to follow your heart. Bro, we're gonna have like a big family showdown with these two versus Ron's mom and what was his name again? Ron, right? Yeah, with Ron's mom and dad. Oh boy.
Her mom and Dad can't be right. No way. It's like they don't even care that Traff being drafted means he might never come back. I don't want him to die. I don't know why they changed so much, but I can't go along with them.
I'm so proud of Ron for not letting what her parents said get to her. They should learn a lesson or two from her, and change this way of thinking they're so absorbed in. Anything else up here? Nah, just like the usual beds. Alright. Wait, let me double check. Don't worry, little girl, nobody dies in the series. What do you mean? People die when they're killed, you know, just like, you know, when Father Kevin brutally killed Weissman through just turning him into salt. You know? And then... Wait. Wait. I'm trying to think back to the... I'm trying to think back into, the Sky Games right now. Like, people that actually died, like, in front of us, not, like, died historically, like, beforehand and all that stuff. Wait. Wasn't the... Wait. Oh, yeah, wait, no. Weissman killed Louve during second chapter during that showdown and stuff, right? Yeah. I believe that's what... Yeah. And Reese's sister? I mean, there's that too, I guess, but I'm kind of like... I mean, the Reese's sister, like... Wasn't what we fought, like...
Okay.
Some sort of, like... I forgot, was it some kind of, like... Was it actually her, or was this some kind of, like, remnant, or some aspect of herself that lingered behind waiting for Kevin and Reese or something? So technically that wouldn't count? Or was it like legit, like actually Reese's sister waiting for us in the Phantasma and stuff? I forget. Aside from that then, what else? Who else actually died in the Sky Games? Because Weissman, Louve because of Weissman, and then... Oh shit, wait. That's all that comes up off the top of my head in terms of who actually died in the Sky Games. Not like past deaths in like Sky history, but like in current story. Oh yeah, I mean there was... I mean, it's kind of awkward, like that, but I mean, I guess that would count too. Gideon, from Cold Steel, and then what we learned of him, with what happened at the trade conference. So I mean, I guess I'd count that. So wait, what was the Thousand Center? Stigma of Kevin. After that, she was freed from it. They had a chance to talk before saying goodbye to her. Oh, so I guess we count Reese's sister? What else was there in the crossbow games? Okay, yeah, I mean, we're moving on to the crossbow games now. Anyone actually die? Because, like, Ian's still alive, despite, what happened at the Azure Tree. Like, Ilya's still, like, still alive and recovering. Oh yeah, we haven't seen... they've still been teasing us with Ilya. Like, god damn it. But, aside from that, the Revash guys are still alive. They're just, like, been arrested and shit. Like, Vald is, Squire for Wazi because of the events and all that shit. Saber Vipers, like, despite them getting their, I believe they got a beating or something like that, but they're still alive. I wouldn't count Guy Banish because it was a past death before the game's story actually happened. Like, yeah, like, he finally moved on, like, during the ending of Azure, when, you know, the whole thing with the one-on-one with Lloyd and Guy as a final parting scene, but I wouldn't really count that. Hey, Slowful, did I not get my Granblue vs. Rising beta key? I didn't know there were signups, or if I did, I didn't remember to sign up and get a chance for the code. And also, it's on PlayStation only, and the beta is only for 6 hours, from what my friend said. So it's like, what the heck? It's not an actual like full-on day. It's like, hey, you got a couple hours to just play test, and that's it. It's like, we're not gonna actually have like a couple days for people to actually like dig into the game and actually give proper feedback. But I mean, we all know how betas are nowadays. They're just glorified play tests for extra publicity and shit, and that's it. Like, not like we actually get any meaningful like feedback and responses. And I mentioned this earlier, but the whole thing about Granblue Versus removing any and all drawbacks for simple inputs while giving no bonuses for technical inputs is such like a tone-deaf thing to really do. It's like, oh, we want more accessibility, and for, I forget the exact message, but basically they want like a whole like accessible even playing ground between casual players and like more experienced players and stuff. I'm just like, you already had it. That's the whole point of the simple inputs. But then just so people can like ease into that next step of maybe wanting to take their game up higher so that they can learn the technical inputs and not have the drawback of the cooldown or whatever of using simple moves instead of technical inputs. I'm just like, bro, come on. Like, the nuances are there for a reason. And like, the casual players, like, they wouldn't really care about the drawbacks, because for all they, like, for as little and huge as it is at the same time, it's just a cooldown difference with your specials. That's it. It's not like it's, or as far as I know, but either way, it's such a small but fundamental change that's like, it has a lot of people pissed off right now. And even me, again, like as inexperienced as I am with fighting games, with how little I actually commit to fighting games, but like, even I read that change, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, if you're gonna do that, just remove technical inputs in their entirety and just have simple inputs only. Then maybe people wouldn't be as pissed, but I mean, they'd still be a little bit pissed off because it kind of changes how certain characters are made or played fundamentally, like Charlotta. Like, with her being a charge character, but now you just have simple inputs, so you don't need to actually input the charge motions or having to buffer your inputs to do certain moves. Kind of lowering the execution bar. And like, yeah, it's just, what the heck? I just don't get it. Like, all the other stuff I've seen with Granblue Rising, from what I've seen from a friend of mine play, like, looks cool. But I mean, or I don't know, just like a fundamental change like that just rubs me the wrong way. And I mean, the fact that it rubs a lot of other people the wrong way, where they actually had to provide a public response as to why they removed the drawbacks of simple inputs in Granblue vs. Rising. Yeah, it's, I don't know. Well, we'll have to see how things pan out once the game actually gets the release date and releases, but I just hope for a miracle that they pull back on it. But if that's their response to the angry feedback from the JP player base and probably like around the globe in general, it's like, yeah, we'll have to see how Rising actually plays out, sadly. We'll just have to see if like the changes actually don't kill off the player base or whatever. I mean, I am being dramatic, but it's such a big fundamental thing to change with like the simple input stuff. So I don't know, honestly.
I get it. You're worried about your dad going off to the army. And you're mad because it doesn't seem like your mom doesn't care, right? Yes, that's why we're fighting. But I think that your mom is really very upset. Why would you say that? During the Civil War, both my mom and dad protected us, but they were taken to be by Idios' side. I cried to my big sister every day, but she wouldn't cry. So she tried to cheer me up instead. But one night I woke up in the middle of the night and I saw her crying. That's why I think your mom really does want to cry, but she's staying strong for you. Then I was being mean. I feel like I actually made things worse. Was I any help to Timothy? If Mom was putting on a smile to try and make me feel better, then I really said something horrible to her. Mom, I'm sorry.
Oh boy.
Ever since the master was conscripted, Timothy has been so worried. Both the mistress and I have tried our best to cheer him up, but it's just had the opposite effect. Richie is now our last hope. I wonder if it'll work. By the way, it seems that the mistress's health hasn't been so good because of all her emotional turmoil. My mistress is resting in her room, and I'm looking after the young master and Richie and Richie for her. I can only hope that Richie will be able to give the young master proper advice.
Oh boy. Oh wait, so dialogue out here, right? Oh! There's a sub-event in the mansion. Marcus Hyarms is here today. There are some other visitors today too. If you have business with Marcus Ballard or Marcus Hyarms, then you may proceed. Oh. Oh, they're having the... I took him for a nag, but he turned out to be a sensible man. Very well. I accept your offer. Charles signed the agreement.
Charles!
Ha ha ha! You gullible idiot! Didn't notice the carbon paper underneath, did you? Bro! You signed 2 deals at once, you fool! And guess what the one you haven't seen entails? What are you talking about? You just donated all your land to me. I'm going to put your tenants to work. Your tenants to work. Have a summer cottage built here and whatnot. War's not my game. My plan is to live comfortably right here. And that's exactly what I'll do thanks to you. Wahaha. I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but the contract you speak of is all soggy and illegible. What? But you didn't spill anything on the table. How did this happen?
I suppose the tablecloth was still wet when I washed it yesterday.
Oh my god, Izzy. Wait. How? Okay, wait, time out. How is that tablecloth still damp enough to soak a piece of paper? Wait. I mean, from what I looked at their house, they don't exactly have an orbital dryer. So I guess they just let it air dry, but... Has it really just been that wet to just leave it back on the table wet? Like, what the heck? Alright then. Thanks, Izzy.
The paper on the bottom got damp, and the ink blotted all over.
Charles got lucky this time. I don't think a signature on carbon paper is legally sound, but still, that was a really nasty scam.
Well, when Lord Dendari revealed the carbon paper trick, I could feel all the blood drain from my face at once. But fortunately, we were saved by Izzy's clumsiness. All's well that ends well, but if it's all the same, I'd prefer not to have a conversation with my doctor about my blood pressure in the near future. I didn't have time to dry that tablecloth properly, but it was only damp in a few places, so I thought they wouldn't notice. It's kind of embarrassing that they found out. I'm going to keep these documents. We can continue this conversation in court, Lord Dendari. No, hold on. That's that first offer I made. You can at least accept that one, no? This is not a bad deal for you. Can't we settle this outside of court? I beg you. Well, what a fucking loser. Alright, now we got the all-time residents. Now that his lordship has returned, the master has a bit more room to breathe. It's such a relief. Supporting artists is a noble pursuit, but he was working himself to death. Even now, he must be under so much pressure, what with the government requesting substantial funding. And that's where I come in. It's my job to ease his mind by serving him the most delicious tea I can muster. Incidentally, the mistress and myself are keeping a lid on the budding romance between Miss Mary and a certain someone. The master doesn't know yet. Given how he dotes on his daughter, we're being cautious about broaching the subject. Man, they're really holding off. They're really holding off on actually revealing Instructor Mary and Makarov together. Oh my god, I really want to see the Count's reaction when just Makarov comes in with okay, either just his like usual outfit, or if they prepared for it, we see Makarov in a suit, which would look so out of place for us. If we look at actually, where is it? Oh wait, is Makarov not? It should be in Thor's network. No? Allies? Wait, is Mary not even here too? Wait. Yeah, branch camps all the other students. Oh wait, really? Now is this class 7? Randy Tournament. Oh. Oh yeah, also I didn't read Thomas's deal, whoops. The last volume. Nielson provided the last volume of the Black Records. Exactly how did the journalist come by it? And how much does he know? Also wait. Grace, Sully, Fiona, Lucy, Copper, Georg, Biolector. Yeah, wait, we didn't actually get any entries for Makarov and Mary, huh? I thought that we did. Oh. Interesting. Huh. Alright, and there's nobody else in here. Alright, what's the sub-event that we got? Oh wait, I did have Music here, so she didn't have anything to say about the deal that went down there. Okay. The Marquis Hyarms? I was under the impression that you were in hiding. Apologies for the intrusion. I need to have a little confidential discussion. Would you mind terribly if I had it here? A confidential discussion, you say? Make yourself comfortable. This is your mansion, after all. This golden-haired young lady, I don't think I've had the pleasure. Oh, right. It's nice to meet you. I'm Lucy Salen, secretary to the Grand Prince of the Principality of Remiferia. Today I'm speaking on behalf of the Grand Prince. Remiferia? I got some information on the movements of the country. I thought they joined in an alliance with Mildeen to take part in the war. I wonder why they're negotiating with Hyarms. So that means Remiferia is still keeping themselves open to other options. Marquis Ballad, would it be possible to speak with you? I know that his lordship is well informed of the situation in all aspects. I hope you'll use your great wisdom to help advise us on our best way forward.
Your great wisdom. Okay, stroking his ego to get him to...
Ahem. Alright, Wilhelm. Wilhelm. You have abundant experience when it comes to political maneuvering. This is easy.
Uh-huh.
Well, of course. I will definitely offer you the best advice I possibly can. Do you mean it? Thank you so much.
Bro, ew! Don't blush like that! Oh my god, you get the fuck away from her. This dude just drops everything the moment a pretty lady comes up. Bro, I did not need that close-up of Ballad going all googly-eyed over Lucy. Holy shit.
Come now, time is of the essence. Let's make our way. Sure, let's use the office. I'm impressed how easily you persuaded him. It's due in no small part to the efforts of your lordship. I wonder what else he could do for us. Shall we get going? Our timing is near perfect. Secretary Lucy is holding a meeting with the two Marquis. It doesn't look like it's about Operation Mew Mirage. Ah, how very interesting. Oh. She's in the office. This might be a good time to visit her. Nothing from Angelica and nothing from Eustace, surprisingly. Alright. I'm just so glad that the Master's back. According to what I heard, the airship his lordship was in got hijacked. I'm ashamed that I was enjoying my life quietly passing by while the Master was in such a predicament. Was in such a predicament. I'm going to make sure that all the servants are better trained to serve the Master.
Oh god.
It's unusual that Mrs. Selston would do something apart from... would do something apart from the Master and the Lord. They must be preparing for a really big plan. I want Mrs. Selston to get some rest too sometimes. I'm so happy. A Master just returned. I know I didn't have to worry about Master because Mrs. Selston was with him, but seeing him happy and well, I just can't help but feel giddy.
Okay, hold on. There's something dumb. There's something really dumb I want to do that I've been curious for a while.
I'll handle this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, just like I thought.
I'm up.
The reflections.
Alright. Oh. Why, hello everyone. Who'd have imagined we'd run into each other again so soon? Good to see you again, Lucy. Sorry if I interrupted your talk. I didn't mean to be a bother. Oh, don't be silly. You're not a bother at all. Besides, the things we're discussing here today affect you just as much as they do us. It's hard to argue with that. But putting that aside for now, I've been traveling a lot lately, so I've picked up a very interesting novel to read in transit. It's set in Remiferia, so that immediately caught my attention. That being said, would you mind taking it off my hands? My bags are heavy enough as it is, and it would be nice to know it was going to a good home. Oh, okay, sure. I can't wait to give it a read. Thank you so much. Here you are.
Fuck. Why did I hold off on 3 and 9 chapter 7?
No, oh my god, we gotta have like a full hour of reading this shit. Oh fuck. Now, if I were Kayla, you would have to check to make sure the book wasn't bugged. But rest assured, no gift I ever offer you will ever contain any sort of listening device. Good to know, I guess. Thanks. But it is even... Wait, it is even possible? But I think they meant... But is it even possible to stop the government's plans from going forward? Yeah, wait. For how that sentence reads, they swapped the it and is. To be blunt, preventing the war is no longer an option at this point. However, we can mitigate the damage now by preparing support structures for refugees and making plans for post-war restoration. Which leaves us with much more to think about than if we had only had to worry about stopping it. She's right. The war will bring with it a great deal of disorder. Though given how many people in power are politically gagged at the moment, incautious behavior may well put a target on our backs. I suppose you have a point. The fate of the world is still up in the air. What kind of prospects will we have when the dust finally clears? This motherfucker is just trying to think about how he can profit from the war and post-war. Oh my god. A close neighbor to Erebonia, or as a close neighbor to Erebonia, this is as much Ramiferi's problem as it is yours. Though together, I'm sure we can accomplish great things, your lordships. I'm pleased to hear you've safely reunited with Prince Oliver. You had a hand in making the Courageous 2 happen, right? My involvement is only recent. Marquis Ragnar helped reach out to me in secret, enlisting my help. I see. Huh. My dad's more cunning than you give him credit for. Is the reason Lucy's here related to that? She's here for a different reason, but we're also working to find a solution to things. I've heard about your latest undertakings. The current state of affairs doesn't leave much room for optimism, does it? Still, I ask that you allow us to place our hopes on you as well. Of course. Please, feel free to do so. God, oh my god, like, the amount of, like, slurring of my words and just blending things just, I feel like I need to do some, like, training on my own to make sure I can actually read without, like, messing up, too frequently. Also, speaking of, I need more water. The daughter of an honorable Ramiferian family, and Marquis Hyarms. An interesting pair, to be sure. Their timing is perfect. I'd grown weary of hearing about the government and Viceland. Now let's see what kind of juicy tidbits I can extract from this lot. Yeah, good luck with that, sir. Okay, so that is Saint-Arkh completely done. Now we can go to Dreknor Fortress. Wait, what was that? Okay, there's literally nothing else here. Oh, actually, maybe we can get just a teeny bit of dialogue if we brought Elliot here. Oh, wait, no, Elliot and, okay, no, we already had him, wait. Okay, for some reason I thought that I left Elliot out for some reason, okay. Wait, is there anyone else that could have a thing for Dreknor Fortress's dialogue? Also, okay, for some reason I thought that I had Elliot switched out. Okay, now I'm being stupid. Don't mind me. Oh. Seems like your transfer is confirmed, Warrant Officer Allen. I've heard you've been reassigned to the Zauber Soldat unit on the front line. Can't imagine General Craig or Lieutenant Colonel Neidhart are going to be too happy about that. Then it's a good thing I went over their heads and straight to the idea for the transfer. You know, I wouldn't mind, like, a bit of a showdown against Allen again to beat the senses back into him. Dude, this curse is really warping
or like his love for Bridget really is warping like everything he's doing, even more so than anyone else we've seen so far. Well, okay, that might be a bit much, but like, it's pretty warped. Though it's technically not official until the war really starts. Why'd you bring it up? You looking for a transfer too? The 4th Division is not what it was. You'll never win any glory unless you're right in the thick of the, unless you're right in the thick of all the carnage. I don't know, sir. But being on standby and keeping the peace is still an important job. I suppose there's nothing we can really say to convince you of that now, though. But we'll all be rooting for you, anyhow. Well, I don't need you cowards to root for me. I can't believe you throw away the chance to crush the Republic once and for all. Well, if you won't come, you won't come. I'll just have to take down that many more enemies in your place. The Republic streets will run red with blood for the glory of the Empire, and so that Bridget and I might finally have a future. That doesn't even sound like Alan anymore. The curse's influence over him must be getting stronger. I don't like this. Okay, time out. Like, do we have a directional microphone? Or do we just have like Superman ears? Because how could we hear this conversation standing here when they're all the way over there? We can't even get in close because of like the fact that we still can't talk with anyone in general. Like, so somebody tell me how we have the ears to listen in on that.
Now...
It's always the thing that gets me in like, well, probably just games in general, but like when you have a segment where you're just running around from place to place and you just overhear something, it's one thing if you're like behind like a little partition, or if the walls are really thin and you're just like slowly walking up and placing your ear right next to something. But then we're across a huge ass fucking bridge. Like, I don't see no orbital directional microphone. Like, we're not using any kind of like orbital powers or functions of the orbital staff to amplify hearing, or unless we're doing something like Tio's whole thing with the Aeon system, but Tio's not here. Like, bro, what kind of ears does Reen have? Yeah, because it's only Reen that said anything about this. Because of Class 7. Dude. JRPG protagonist selective hearing, because like, what the heck? Sometimes they're completely oblivious. Sometimes they can hear people across the fucking bridge. Like, how many times has any of the girls like muttered under their breath trying to not let Reen hear about how they feel about him, or just something in general, while not letting him hear? I was like, huh, well, what was that? Oh, nothing. And like, they're literally standing like face to face, and like Reen, Lloyd, or whoever doesn't hear. But meanwhile, we could just hear Alan from all the way over here. I was just like, bro, come on. And then again, like, while we're on this topic of like ridiculous shit in RPGs or games in general, now going back to like Trails, the fact that we have camping trips and all that stuff with our Bond scenes in Cold Steel, because I'm pretty sure canonically Reen has gone through every possible Bond scene through each day. So like, how exactly have we gone on a camping trip with Laura and not even like a day has passed by? I'm just like, bro, hold up a minute here. Just imagine Calm Soleus is always in stealth mode and records everything. We don't even have Altina here to even try to justify that to us. We don't even have Calm Soleus in stealth mode to go in for like some kind of like extended recording range or something. So we can't even have that as an excuse. It's so silly. Oh, we got the... Oh yeah, the field exercise site. Oh, actually, wait, before we go to the field exercise site, let's bring in more of Class 7 then. So Yuna, Kurt, Altina, Ash, and yeah, let's just have the whole, the entirety of new class 7 here. Oh, is that Kenneth and Annabelle, was it? Yeah. Okay. Oh, Instructor Reed. It's an honor to see you again. You guys here to see what we're working on? That's about the size of it. Your plan was to use the Derffinger and the Arc Royale to destabilize their defenses, right? It won't be easy dealing with the RMP and the Intelligence Division either. We had to think outside of the box. We're going to need plenty of support on the ground in the lead up to the final rivalry too. It'll be no easy feat, but Instructor Michael taking command of the Derffinger should inspire confidence. As for the Arc Royale, that's going to be packed to the gills with Thor's grads. We've got a lot of friends in the military, so we should be able to poke some holes in their defenses. Wow, when you hear it all spelled out like that, it really brings home the scope of this plan. Have you ever known Thors to do things in half measures? By the way, Kenneth and I have been traveling around making arrangements for the 2 trains' destinations. We'll be safe here for a while longer, but we should probably start thinking about where we want to head, about where we want to go next. Right. I think we can get closer to the front without being spotted. I trust your judgment in this completely. You both have a real eye for details. Must be thanks to all the time they spend looking for the perfect fishing spots. Well, this would be the catch of a lifetime. Thanks, everyone. Best of luck. Of course. Be careful out there, guys. Really, Kenneth, to think you were intentionally avoiding getting in contact with anyone. It's no wonder I didn't see you while scouring the entire Empire. Well, what'd you scour the entire Empire for, Annabelle? Nothing. No reason at all. Kenneth, you don't have to compete with Reen or Lloyd for being the densest person ever. Come on. I was like, damn, you really wanted to check on those fishing ecosystems, huh? I'm proud of you. It's good these two got to see each other again, but they still have a lot of work, they still have a lot to work through. I can't forget what Lord Lakelord said to me the other day. Annabelle, take a deep breath. Push this from your thoughts. You have work to do. It's like throwing out a fishing line. Just stay calm and collected. And Kenneth won? The Grand Tour. Kenneth's travels to the best fishing spots are doing him good, and his angling skills already show marked improvement. I can take care of things over here. I've got plenty of friends I can depend on. Just take care out there.
You sure do like this, huh, Reen? Tight lines! You sure do like this, huh, Reen?
Well, we can get a lot of power potions with all the blue mods I fished up for Action 3s.
Tight lines out there!
My predecessors are such good role models. I need to learn from them and keep improving. If we don't, we won't be able to repay Major Irving, nor would we be able to correct Prince Cedric's mistakes. Oops. I found a maintenance document that includes what we've been working with. Despite how thorough it is, it's a surprisingly easy read. The author really put a lot of thought into it. I'd like to meet them one day and see what they're like. I'm pretty sure it was Tatiana that authored the document. Makes me feel proud to be her instructor. I'll conduct inspections and make readjustments when necessary with this document as reference. With such an easy to understand reference on hand, the work itself is going to be a piece of cake. Oh, Ada. Oh, hey Ada. Carrying out maintenance on the Derffinger. Yes, it uses a system unique to the branch campus, including the calculation methods and settings. While I've backed up the original data,
What I'm in the process of now is rewriting it to match the specifications made by and for the main campus. I see. Thanks for that. I'm counting on you to use the Derffinger as best you see fit. Of course, I'll take good care of her. Anyway, I feel like I finally have an idea of how sizable the missing piece in this equation is. Almost every operation so far has been led by Prince Cedric after all, and now it kinda leaves me feeling, well, I understand. It's only natural to feel on edge at a time like this, you know. But you've all changed since then, right? Yes, the times of me chasing after His Highness and trying to be worthy of him are in the past now. I don't doubt there will be difficulties that we cannot manage alone, but it's our turn to lead him away from the wrong path he's chosen, and we'll be unwavering because no matter what, we adore our prince. Man. I mean, I knew this from the get-go, but we'll never actually get to see Prince Cedric actually die. I mean, well, we all know that, like, you know, it's not in the probably not in the story's best interest to have that happen, or whatever. And obviously, with how many people still want Cedric to turn over a new leaf and shit, it's 99% chance not gonna happen. But man, it's like, no, I want somebody to say the boy is too far gone, and we need to put him down. Like, no, you know what we need? We need like a little moment from like Prince Zuko and Iroh. It's like, I know what you're gonna say, Uncle. Princess Azula's family, and we need to blah 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 blah. And then just like Uncle Iroh just goes, nah, she's crazy and she needs to go down. Why can't we have anyone say that about Prince Cedric? It's like, yeah, Cedric is family. We have to do everything we can to get him to see right from wrong. We had to. It's like, nah, the boy's fucking crazy. Just put him down. Like, we just need someone who has absolutely no chill to just say that about the prince. But obviously, no one's gonna be okay with that. No, that is not a joking matter. With the rest of the characters here. So that line of dialogue is strictly off limits with the roster we're carrying right now. I'll still never forget that though, the first time I watched the episode of Avatar, The Last Airbender, when Uncle Iroh just said, like, basically just said Azula's just crazy and we need to take her down instead of trying to find a more peaceful option. It's like, nah, like, the girl crazy. She's too bloodthirsty. But you know, I miss watching the Avatar The Last Airbender show. Like, the later seasons, like, season 1 was pretty good to start with the exception of some of the filler stuff. But seasons 2 and 3, oh man, they really up the stakes a lot and, like, give a lot of development and a lot of depth to the characters', like, inner conflicts and, like, the stuff that they're going through to find out, like, what it is they're actually trying to do. And the whole thing with, like, Zuko and, like, his, like, character arc and everything, oh my god. And I know there's a comics and all for what's happened after season 3, but I never actually got to read them myself. Because I believe they mentioned something about Zuko's mom in the Avatar The Last Airbender comics. So that's one thing that I've never gotten closure on with the Avatar series. Never forgive Nickelodeon for how dirty they've done Legend of Korra, though. Anyways, in that case, I'll be sure to watch the main campus's courage come through. You can bet on it. We'll be going all out to honor the branch campus. Rest assured, I'll make good use of the Derffinger. She's in safe hands. Never thought the network comms could be used like this. It hurts my pride a little, but I think I'll be taking some notes from the source if you don't mind. Oh. Well, what do you know? Good day, everyone. Oh, Celestin, I didn't realize you were here. I don't think I've seen you since the airship incident. And my, how grateful I was to have you there. Things could have been much worse. Oh, actually, what would Celestin say
if, cause like the airship incident was a semi-required, right? Or is it just completely optional? I wonder what Sutherland would say if you actually didn't go resolve the airship incident. How would that incident get resolved? Cause like, I know I've done as much as I can to make sure that I don't miss a request, but I always gotta wonder, what happens for all the stuff that you don't do in this game? Because of course, like, the certain things or the story will have to continue as normal, or that characters that get affected by like these side quests will have to get out of these situations through some other means too, instead of just Eryn and Class 7 saving the day and everything. I wonder, like, actually, would it have been? No, there's no way it would have been like Mint, Monk, and Vivi helping out there. Like, they were keeping an eye on things, right? But there's no way they, or I don't think they would have done anything, especially with the Jaegers and stuff there. Huh? Then who would have come in to save them? Unless Sutherland just goes crazy out there and just like sweeps everyone like cleanly, no casualties. Yeah, like, huh? Yeah, because again, that was semi-required, right? So you could have skipped out on it. Or wait. Actually, wait, let me check my quest log. Wait, was it? No, that had to have been required.
Fiona, Instructor Michael, it's good to see you again too. I understand you've already been briefed on the plan.
That's right. We'll be participating in diversionary tactics. The handling of the Derffinger will be left largely to the main campus students, but coordination between all parties will be key. Right now, we're just working out the logistics of it all.
Oh, so that's why you're here too, Fiona. Yes, I came to discuss matters with Major Michael and Father Stead. He says the 4th Division is going to turn a blind eye to any movements on the Derffinger's part.
I see.
It makes sense the General wouldn't want an order like that be traced back to him.
Thanks to that, getting around should be quite a bit easier. We were just going to start drawing up some more concrete plans when you all arrived. Marquis Hyarms has agreed to provide support to the operation across the board. I'll also be on hand for the duration to offer what assistance I can.
Thank you, Sutherland. I'm sure you'll be a great help.
Alright, I'm feeling more confident already. Time may not be on our side, but if we use it to the RMP's, if we use the RMP's special line, you should make it. You're headed for the second rivalry, correct? Be sure to see it through. Also, wait, let me double check. Yeah. So this was semi-required. With the airship rescue. How would they have gotten out of that situation without our help? Or who else would have come by? I intend to lend a hand where I can, even though I'm merely temporarily managing the branch campus. If possible, please do not find it necessary to worry about things here.
I'm limited in what I can do to help Elliot and Father, but there has to be some way I could support them. I'll have to think of something. Since the war was officially declared, it's been only getting more and more difficult for everyone. Please stay safe.
Oh yeah, wait. Oh yeah, right, I left out Elliot. Missed opportunity. Because, again, oh my god. That slipped my mind. We could have gotten a tiny bit of, like, Fiona and Elliot dialogue for that part. Well, I'm not reloading for all that.
There's a pretty huge array of controls to get used to. I heard that the Derffinger was attacked by Ouroboros. The branch campus really has been through a lot, haven't they?
My dialogue. Yeah. Don't know if there is one. I mean, you wanna find out? Oh, whoops. That's, hold on. Too far. Yeah, just for the heck of it. Because no one else has a thing to say to Ada, Fritz, or anyone on from the main campus. Which is why I thought to... Yeah, oh well. Let's see. So I'll just kind of skim over everyone else's lines and just read the different Fiona and Elliot lines. Let's see. Oh, whoops. Oh, so I think Elliot takes Reen's line of, okay. Oh, so that's why you're here too, Fiona. And yeah, this thing is still same thing. Yeah, so Elliot has one line. Okay, literally one line. Oh man, I'm so glad we went back for that. Wait, let me see something here. Yeah, they literally just switched Reen and Elliot's like one line here. So it's a shared line, but obviously Elliot would take priority since, you know, it's Fiona we're talking about here. The joint component adjustments are complete, so we're finished here for the time being. We'll really be able to see how well we can fully utilize it once we hit crunch time. We need to prepare ourselves now. What's over here? Aw, this used to be Valamar's spot. Okay, so we're done here. Also, let me mute the mic real quick. That's Lol Falcom, not Lol Nissa in this case. Wait, are those actual emotes from what you're typing? Or from how you're typing that? Okay. Oh boy, we got Parm. Oh boy, okay, hold on. Oh no. Oh, okay. I was like, wait, how are those be emotes? I was like, Okay, let's see. Let's have Laura. Let's have... Let's see if we can have Elisa here. And... how about... Maki? No, I don't think Maki's signing here. Or maybe? I don't know. Oh, well, let's go to Parm. So there's only like 5 people out here. Alright then. Many stores in Parm had to close as men got drafted into the army. Everyone is really struggling right now. Sometimes I wonder if it's really okay for me to continue like nothing's happening. Oh wait, no, isn't that the exact same dialogue? No, I think that is. They say new dialogue, but I guess like the girl here selling stuff doesn't have any actual changes. It's my second visit here. 4 months since the first. I never thought it'd be like this. My boyfriend was drafted. Before I knew what I was doing, I was on my way to this town, where we had been on a trip together. Hey, Say, thank you for the raid. How was Book Tai 2? I saw that you were streaming that earlier. Although I didn't actually get to tune in, but I saw you were playing it. Hope you're having fun with it. Yeah. Hope everything's going well. We're just in reading mode right now because it's gonna take a couple more nights to actually exhaust all this dialogue. Book Tai 2 rules. Hey, nice. The book tie games are so cool. Yeah, I tried them out before, but I never actually got to finish them. But from the bits that I did play, it's really cool and unique. Although, I kind of wish there was like a way to get them like ported to PC or other platforms somehow. But with the whole sunlight gimmick, I'm not exactly sure how Konami would do that. Or maybe they just had to remake it, but I really loved for the classics to be available somehow. So you've been on lurk mode for a while, B-Cruz? Since the Nielson interview and forgot how deep that was? Yeah! I thought it was just like an actual legit interview, but then now we're just being quizzed on our actual history on like Erebonia and the historical events internationally. I'm just like, what the heck? You know, you had to have done it because of the black records. Be sick, but you don't know how they do that. Yeah, unless they just take what other GBA emulators would do and just have that awkward button combo to just awkwardly nudge up the sun bar up and down artificially. That's pretty much the only way, like, you could really do that. Unless, like, you want, like, some USB, like, sunlight UV sensor and then, like, have your own little, like, UV light, or just, like, somehow have a cable long enough to just put it next to an open window. Oh god, that'd be so stupid. You've been using the patch, CZU, or wait. Oh, cuz that's the only way to play it. I was at CZU? I was like, wait. Yeah, I remember doing that too. Oh man, yeah, Boktai was good stuff though. Never got to go that far though to actually finish it.
Chasing after memories isn't productive in any way though. What was I hoping to find in this town? Old memories won't erase the sadness I'm feeling now.
Can't wait to get a Boktai 3 or Boktai 3 someday. That's one you have zero knowledge of? Ah. Well, in the meantime, you should go play the Trail series while you wait for Boktai 3 to come out someday. It'll tide you over for the next couple years. Huh? Reggie joined the army and left the other day. It was a promising one. Won the special award in this year's Spring Dive Festival. I wish I could have done something to help him. But we're powerless here. When the army calls, you've gotta go. It's sitting right here. What do you mean? I don't see you booting up the game right now. Get Trails in the Sky right this instant and start reading. You may find it hard to believe, but I've been called on to join the army as an engineer. It must be desperate to draft an old man like me. My shop will stay open, so don't worry about that. Mr. Gala promised to look after it. Mr. Gala will be looking after my shop while I'm gone. It may be inconvenient for my customers, but when the army calls, it's not like I can say no. The watch, we already got that. Okay, nothing else here. Come on, say you know you want to read play the Trails games. You just don't realize it yet. I had a feeling it was coming, but my draft card finally arrived. I'm trying to cram in as much weaving as I can before it's time to leave. I've practically glued myself to this loom. Poor Lou's going to have to manage this, or all of this on her own soon. So I want to lighten the workload as much as I can in the meantime. I'm not as naive as to have thought my husband would somehow avoid getting drafted. But when it actually happened, I was anything but ready. Unlike me, he just quietly accepted it. I don't know if I'd prefer it if we swore and raged against his fate instead. My husband will be leaving shortly, so I'm cooking him his favorite meal. I just want to give him one more reason to make sure he comes back safely. see, is Lord Lakelord still here? Nah. Bertrand asked me to look after the place until he returns from the war. Securing supplies is no easy task, but I've got good neighbors who are letting me buy some from them. Catan started helping out recently, but he's not here at the moment. He said he was going to the church with Clover. Parting with our friends and families is hard on all of us. I'm not so presumptuous to think I can stand in for Catan's father, but I'm going to do what I can to look after him. Anyone upstairs? I don't think there's anyone upstairs. Yeah, no, we're good. Alright. Now, let's go sweep by down here to the private home. You see fewer and fewer men in Parm, and yet the conscriptions continue. At this rate, it'll just be women, children, and the elderly here. Mr. Gallard is stretching himself thin, helping everyone. I wish I could do something for him. Gallard's taking over the tavern while the owner's away, did you hear? I got no doubts that he can manage it, but it'd be a damn shame if he lets his dyeing skills get rusty. I like having him as my arch rival. Nothing's changed for me. I dye threads and fabrics day in and day out. Alright, and that's it for the thing. Oh, whoops. Actually, wait, no, did we? Oh, wait, nothing actually changed in the, Oh, right, I'm dumb. Right, they don't actually say anything's changed here. Well, we can just go straight to the chapel then. Father Hobbins has been keeping our morale up with his inspirational sermons. Adios will provide guidance for us if we would only seek her. My faith is strong again. Dear Adios, please look after the children of Parm. May Catan's father return home soon. May Catan be able to find happiness. Father Hobbins has taught me lots of stuff about Adios and old legends. I'll do my best too, even though Dad can't be here for a while. I'll probably cry sometimes, but I'll do my best for my dad's sake. I sat with the children listening to Father Hobbins' stories all day. Story Day is a public reading of tales based on Adios' teachings, arranged for young children. They both looked so at ease listening to them. Father Hobbins was so wise to think of this. Well, have you come to join in on Story Day? It must be utterly incomprehensible for children to lose their parents to war. I should try reaching out to them with Adios' compassion at the very least. Oh, whoops, wrong button.
Hey, look, there's some fish there.
It's so tiresome being stationed here. Let's win this war already so I can get back to Heimdall. What if cavalry were to actually pull themselves together and attack us here? Even if they did, we'd crush them easily. Okay, dude. The townspeople are getting impatient. They want to know when our campaign is going to start. It's not like we'll just be standing around twiddling our thumbs. For now, we've been told to stay here and wait for the orders, though. Alright, now we can go to Titus Gate. Also, wait, if we're going to Titus Gate, we should bring Laura for that one dude. Oh no, we already have Laura. Okay, never mind then. Titus Gate. Any other people we wanna check out? So there's a mechanic here. There's some other people here. Anyone else that might be familiar? Okay. Well, bolts? Check. Wheels? Check. It's all equipment. Wait. It's all equipment where? Oh, it's all equipment where the slightest error in adjustment could create a huge accident. It doesn't matter how many times I check, I still get anxious thinking about it. Hey Nash, thanks for saving my ass in that battle simulation. I just can't seem to get good at shooting. I really don't think I'm ready for a real battle. I told you not to worry about it. I'm no marksman myself, but us newbies gotta help each other out. Nice to hear you say that, man. A little bird says that war's close. Whenever that happens, or whatever happens, let's come back alive. You can bet on it. Aw, Nash. Make sure I come back alive. Of course I'll do that. I'm a man who's had undying love declared to him by an ex-colleague. Of course I'm coming home. Nash, I think you kind of misinterpreted, a little bit of that. I'll send an answer to Corolla. I hope she enjoys my big surprise. Yeah, truly. Talking to Nash made me feel a lot better. The order to invade might come at any moment. I need to get letters to Kathy and Yang while I can. I need to let them know the road ahead will be rocky, but I'm coming home alive, no matter what. Time may be short, but the new recruits have somehow managed to become proper soldiers. They won't be an impediment to our main forces now. On a battlefield, you can only rely on your own strength. As soon as the squad is ready, I suggest we'll improve their strength before the campaign begins. The quality of a division is dictated by the level of its new recruits. I'm truly glad to see they've become soldiers worthy of the 1st Armored Division. Supreme Commander Van Dyke says that the war will be over in a month. According to the Sergeant Major, we'll be using all available supplies in preparation for a quick fight. We have to do everything we can to support the Armored Division's advance. The Armored Division uniform makes me feel like a new man. The mayor and all the residents have all started counting on us. We're going to defeat Calvert and take revenge for His Majesty. The noble faction have formed a party, and there are rumors of a 3rd party. This is no time to be letting our guard down. However, all that is insignificant against our master plan. I'll get revenge for the Emperor and the Prince, even if it costs my life. Next time we step on Erebonian soil, we'll be welcomed as heroes. I really wonder how Cold Steelful will end. I heard the patrolmen here have been working hard to support the armored divisions. I'm grateful for your cooperation, Sergeant Major Belter. All in day's work, sir. It was a great surprise that the long-term stationing of the divisions was actually part of Operation Jormungand, stationing them at Hawken Gate to move them through the borough to launch an attack on Calvert when the war begins. What a hell of a plan. I should have Tita for this, actually. It was only made possible due to the mobility of the armored divisions, too. Crossbell and front lines will be where the main fighting is, but we'll invade from 6 directions with similarly sized units. It'll only be a matter of time before one of them breaks through to the Republican capital. Lieutenant Colonel, the commander of the 16th Armored Division is waiting. I'm afraid I must go. My apologies. Sergeant Major, please maintain tight patrols on the Liberalian border, just in case. Yes, sir. I'll be praying for the success of the 1st and 16th Armored Divisions. So the troops that will be passing through the borough are already moving. Now that Operation Mio Mirage has been put into motion, it's likely the Royal Army's on the move too. It's up to us Radiant Wings now. Yeah, there's a rivalry at the Draco Shrine first. I'll get it done. Okay, time out. Okay, what if we brought Tita here? Because I want Tita's perspective on this. So Tita, I don't think anyone else has anything much. Yeah, no one else has much to say on the Liberalian side of things. If we had like Agate here, then maybe, but we don't. But Agate's like out and about. Okay, let's see. Again, I'll skim through it and just see what new dialogue there is on Tita's end. Okay, let's see.
All right.
Let's go.
Yes.
I thought Tita would have like some concerns about what they're saying about the armored divisions trying to, or planning to move through the Brilliant territory. I thought she had something to say about that. Damn. Because she's the only Liberlian we actually have in the party right now. Oh well. Tita doesn't care. Oh no, Tita. There are about 100,000 troops between the 1st Armored Division and the 16th Armored Division. Each division is equipped with a railway cannon and airship. They got panzer soldats and abundance of supplies too. They're being sent to the main front, but there's 6 more divisions awaiting orders. Whether or not Calvard surrenders, it'll all be over in a month. They should just surrender before they suffer any unnecessary casualties. They'll either sacrifice the lives of their people or protect their country's reputation until the very end. I think the Republic should make a smart choice. God damn. Preparations for the advancement of the armored divisions have been progressing well, but we discovered today that some aspects have been far from sufficient. We're currently hurrying to amend the situation. Even though it's just the march to liberal side of the neutral zone, they'll set off once the war starts. Any oversight on preparations is unforgivable. We'll have to be prepared to, or so vengeance can be exacted on, or in Viscount Arstade's name. Viscount? I'm glad he's alive, but yes, I must show my father the light next time we meet. Okay, so yeah, Laura has like one thing here. Alright, who's in here? Okay.
It seems they were preparing to march, or they were preparing to march, but now that the day's here, they're having a bit of trouble. The armed divisions and new recruits together total about 100,000 men. They've barely had a full month to prepare. I doubt everything is going to be perfect before they head out. Listening to the troops, it sounds like they'll pass through Liberal so they can attack Calvard. It's unbelievable. Other countries are going to be dragged into this conflict too. This could be far worse than the 100 Days War. This conflict is on a massive scale. I have a lot of thoughts on it, but the armed divisions will set out anyway. I pray that they'll have success.
Okay, Titus Gate done. Now we have Eryn Village. Alright, Emma, get in here. And anyone else for... let's have like Duvally in here or something. Okay. Now we can get through Eryn Village dialogue. Alright. What do we got going on here?
You won't believe this! Someone from the outside world stumbled into the village today. And it happened right after I started helping around the house. It must have been a gift straight from Adios. But, well... I asked every question from about the outside I had bottled up in my brain. But all the answers I got in return were so... boring. I guess not everyone out there is super interesting. It was a little disappointing, to be honest.
Iberia, what the fuck?
It was really surprising to see someone stumble in from the outside world today, but it wasn't as exciting as I'd hoped. I guess not everyone out there is as interesting as you guys. Even so, I still want to go see the outside world for myself. I can't just stay here and daydream about it my whole life. Oh, Loki, how you doing? Oh, what's this? Aw, I bet you're worried about your owner, aren't you?
Aww.
It's not Loki's. It's not Loki's fault the hot spring got all messed up, but I said something really mean to him. I feel awful. I wonder if he'll forgive me. The thing with the hot spring was my fault. Loki, can you forgive me? Alberia's finally old enough to offer some proper assistance now. It's been an absolute lifesaver, especially when all the adults are getting busier and busier. Even we're feeling a little anxious too. I guess that means we'll only have a little time left before we hit the apex of the Great Twilight. You know what? Everything's going to be fine. Yeah, I know you can do it. And you'll have me cheering you on too. So go out there and beat this thing. Yeah, beat the curse. Punch it. You guys have the Ashen Knight at your side, don't you? So then, if anyone can tackle this, it's you guys. And you'll have me cheering you on too. And blah blah blah. Okay, anything else? No one else here, right? Okay, over factory time. I knew those gnomes were good for nothings the moment they betrayed our clan and tried to lay their hands on the Great One. But now it seems like the Dark Dragon's creation was just as much a disaster for them as it was for the rest of the world. Right, if the Spectrum Moon Mirror showed us about the real master- oh wait. If what the Spectrum Moon Mirror showed us about the real mastermind is true, the gnomes have been through a lot. We may have lost our elder, but they lost the Holy Beast, and of course their pride. Curse shackling them ensured that loss. It's hard to know anything for sure, but it does sound like they've been subjected to an even more tragic existence than we have. Well, there's no reconciling with them now. All that we can do for them is oppose their plans to the very end. Yeah, not only to pay tribute to them, but also to prevent this world of ours from being destroyed. Huh. The confidence of youth. You're welcome here anytime. I'll tell you all I know about the other rivalry participants. So you're going up against the Paladin at night next, huh? It's supposed to be the end tough. Be sure not to let your guard down. He actually gives you like, he actually tells you about like, yeah, he has a high defense and he's fast. Many of its past awakeners have been a little quirky. When they matched up well with Zector, they could prove to be formidable opponents. Don't get caught by his tricks. Stand your ground and fight it out to the end. Thank you for the advice. He's speedy and he's tanky. You know what? I'm gonna do a dumb thing and try out speed 3. We'll see how much I regret this giving up my defense. But yeah, let's go get that speed. Oh yeah, off stream I did actually go make a bunch of other tier 3 EX orbs and everything. Although I kind of neglected the other EP orbs down here because, again, I mean, maybe I'll do it just for completion's sake of buying these out. But like, if they're not gonna have Spirit scale up and just have it as a fixed value, these things will be basically a dead slot until the fight is over. Because like, once you blow through the bonus, like, you're not gonna like charge 2, 3, 4 times in a row. No. You'll use it as you charge it. Makes no sense. Okay, anything else here? In the shop? One of these days we'll find the, you guys have told me that the Earth Talisman isn't until much later though. So, I'm gonna have to wait a long time for that. Although, actually, how much are the talismans again? I kinda wanna try something. Well, actually no, maybe not now. Because I'm pretty sure I could just do what I did with Cold Steel 3 and just like buy multiple copies of, what was it? Buy multiple copies of component items for an accessory set and get more of them before they sell out. Because it seems like, at least in Cold Steel 3, as long as you had multiple, you can make multiple of an item that's supposed to be only sold once. I'm not sure if they fixed that here because I never actually tried. It's been a while since we were able to kick back and relax together. How's Noah been doing these days? she's starting to act a little more mature. She and that familiar of hers really seem to understand one another, so maybe that's part of it. Hey, that's great. I knew the kid had it in her. It's up to us to stop the Great Twilight, you know, to give her a brighter future. You're right. We'll keep doing whatever we can. You and me. Together. Noah's grown a lot in the short time I've been away. Does my heart good to see it. Maybe I'll go catch up with her. Or actually, I heard someone from the outside wandered into the village a while back. That's a pretty rare occurrence, so maybe I'll go check that out instead. Who is this outsider? Noah's matured a little, I think. Taking that familiar must have taught her some responsibility. I couldn't be happier. We can't just sit back and allow the world to end. We owe it to our children to give them a world worth living in. Okay, let's see. Where is this outsider? So we need the fortune teller's home next. Master, are you sure you're okay? You scared me half to death when you collapsed like that. Oh, you always like to overreact, so I was avoiding telling you this. But I have a condition where I feel unwell if I exert myself when using my power of divination. You're a good student, Sigyn. Learn properly to harness the power within you and keep growing. When I was young, I dabbled in spells I shouldn't have, and brought this affliction upon myself. Ah. Huh. Try to learn the forbidden arts and at the cost of part of her physical health. I see. So that's why you're having me focus so much on the basics. Well, don't just stand there. You have training to do. I'll be alright after I rest a while. I was so scared when Master suddenly collapsed. I'm just glad it wasn't serious. Still, the spirit veins aren't looking good. I had to make sure I support Master so she doesn't overexert herself. Well now, this is awkward. I didn't want you to see me like this. I've been doing what I can to resist the twilight, but looks like I overdid it. Oh, don't worry. I'll be fine once I get some rest. Oh, apparently someone wandered into the barrier recently. She said the word! She said the word! There we go. From what I hear, she's a little mysterious, but not a bad Beryl? No, but not a bad person. Perhaps I'll go say hello and welcome her to the neighborhood. Now it has to be Beryl. A little mysterious. Unless... Wait, who else would be a mysterious outsider coming into a witch's village of all places? Okay, let me see. Yep. Who else would actually come here? Okay, wait, time out. If we're having Beryl here, okay, hold on. So we have Emma. Who else would have, let's have like Sarah here. Do we want Crow? No, I'm not sure Crow will have good potential dialogue. Lisa. Oh wait, whoops, I'm gonna put Elisa here. I think this might be good enough. Have like one person from new class 7 here and the rest from old class 7. Okay, I need to see this. Beryl, what are you doing here? She claims she got lost in the woods and simply ended up here. Walked right through the barrier and into the village like it was nothing. What? How's that even possible? What is the meaning of this? Sorry to surprise you all like this. Ever since I first heard legends of a hidden land somewhere in Izmia, I've been dying to see this village for myself. It was a tough journey, but now here I am. With Beryl, I feel like trying to make sense of things only makes things more confusing. Is it even worth trying to ask you for more details at this point? I simply follow where my destiny guides me. I don't understand. There should be no way for a normal person to get through the barrier on their own. The teleportation stones may be a little off kilter, so we should probably look them over one more time. A wise decision. I sense an ill wind blowing in this village's direction. I fear what the future may hold. Is that so? She sure is a strange one. Hope so. As long as you're here, Barrel, try not to cause any trouble. I wouldn't dream of it. The Hexen clan and I are just fellow seekers of truth in a universe of mysteries. But how is she the weirdest thing in the village? I intend to tour the village just once and then take my leave. Pay me no mind. That said, to be in a place where so many share my fascination with the occult, it wouldn't be appropriate to say I found my spiritual home. And how wonderful it feels to be home. And Barrow just gets more mysterious. Yeah, wait, oh man, so we just had Toa just chip in here, so nothing from like Emma, nothing from anyone else, Sarah. Okay. But yeah, like what the heck is a barrel, dude? Oh, excuse me. The teleportation stone may still be a little screwy. We should probably look it over one more time. Sounds like you were put through quite the rigmarole with your trial at the Spectral Moon, or at the Spectral Moon Mirror. But now we have a read on the situation: the gnome's betrayal, the Divine Knight's battles, and the fates of Rose's dear old friends. That's all thanks to you. Take a break and rest today. You've earned it. Oh, okay. That's a lot of paradise pies that we can get. It's not every day we get a customer from outside the village, let alone such an unusual one. I mean, it really takes a lot of luck to get lost in the woods and wander in here, but I guess a guess. She says she's an old friend of yours from Thor's. We'll be sure to show her our best hospitality. Don't worry, your friend will be fine. We'll show her some good old-fashioned Eryn hospitality. And no one else on the top floors? Okay, let me double check that. Yeah. Let's go to the general goods store. Hello, and welcome to Lemuric. Is there a reason you're buried in books? Oh, don't mind me. Ever since the mastermind behind all this was revealed, I've been going over the history books. I never would have thought that the Ebon Knight was lurking behind all these incidents. However, if I approach these documents with that fact in mind, I could easily understand what the gnomes were thinking. I can feel all my doubts and questions melting away. Wow, that's great. Would you happen to know if any new information has turned up yet? As a matter of fact, yes. It regards the completion of the Great Twilight. The Black Workshop is entirely unfit for the purpose, since it's cut off from the spirit veins. So they must have taken some special measures to fix that. And in contrast, we're trying to come up with a plan to strike that point. I see. If the spirit veins are connected, we might be able to come up with something. Indeed. This is all thanks to you activating the Spectral Moon Mirror. I'm truly thankful for that. Ashen Awakener, children of Thor's, take care of yourselves on the rest of your journey. We will. Thank you. Yeah, no, nothing new here. Yeah. I've been looking over the old histories to try to deduce the gnome's next move. It's been a bit rough working through the day and nights. But there's this thing called soda that girl left here. Oh my god, Jingo! Oh my god. I have to say, it's really put a spring in my step. That's the sugar and sugar and caffeine, talking there. Now that I do know where she's at, maybe I should order some next time. Sounds like Jingo's been carrying out some good trades here. The influence of the outside world is gradually creeping in. Not that it matters to me either way.
Next thing we know, like everyone in Eryn Village would be wearing like blue jeans and listening to like new pop music and shit. With Eryn Village being so small, their cultural output's only so limited, dude. They need to expand and get away from this one city challenge they've been going on here. Oh, also I just noticed this with Roselia's room. She has this like little thing here. Huh. Oh, wait, what's this? Oh my gosh, she has a snack box or tray. Bagged popcorn. Salted pretzels. Potato chips. And what's this bag? No, just like a different flavor of potato chips? I mean, we know that Roselia, when she's like this, she likes to snack a lot, but it's just like, man, that Gap Moe going from like child form to her more like adult form. Oh my god, dude. She's just like a gremlin in this form. I'm exhausted. Won't someone bring me something meaty and some juice and sweets while they're at it? Jeez, really taking it easy, huh? I know you're tired, but you can't just laze around all day. I do have some jobs to take care of. I was going to pop out in a bit. Besides, some carefully focused slovenliness over a short period of time will help me restore my mana. That's certainly rather skilled of you to manage in a way. You have got to be kidding me. Apparently some strange person wandered into the village. Well, it's probably fine to leave them be. They look like they were Thors. Besides, I need some carefully focused slovenliness to help me restore my mana. She's just not gonna bother with Beryl, dude. Oh my god. Okay, we have finished Sutherland. Oh my god. We've done it. And now we got West Lemaire and East Lemaire. Oh, fuck me, dude. But yeah, I think I'm actually going to leave it here for tonight. Orders though? Yeah, we have all the freaking orders to go through, dude. And not to mention leaves. Not to mention leaves. Look at all these buildings. And can we go to the... No, we can't go to the branch campus. But like, look at all these buildings. Oh boy. And also the side quests. Oh man. But yeah, I think with how sleepy and also a little hungry I'm feeling right now, I think I'll just leave it here for tonight. I think I'll probably just go for like a midnight snack because like my stomach's been growling for like the past hour as I was reading. I'm not sure what I want to eat though. But like, because like part of me is kind of craving chips or instant noodles. I'm like, it's not like I can kind of whip up like a thing in the middle of the night right now. Unless I want to make too much extra noise. I don't know. But yeah, next time we do Cold Steel, we gotta get through West Lemaire bare minimum. And then hopefully East Lemaire with Leaves and Mosanti. So, woo boy. We got a lot of work to do. Although I'm kind of on the fence whether or not I want to flip between continuing Remnant 2 since we just booted it up the other day, and also getting back to Star Rail to kind of finish up that nonsensical story event or goofy story event that's been going on. Although I'm kind of just debating just reading it off stream because there's so much time I want to devote to like Cold Steel and Remnant now that I've opened up the playthrough. Now I'm like, I'm not sure how I can fit Star Rail into this, unless like I have a long enough stream to switch off for the night to Star Rail. So I don't know. I might, and also the new Granblue event is coming up soon with the new summer event. So there's also a night I gotta devote for that too. So ooh, it's gonna be a little rough. So I think I think I'll just have to finish off the Star Rail event off stream so we can leave more time for Remnant 2 and Cold Steel. But yeah, I think we'll switch back to Remnant tomorrow because I don't want to just kill the pacing that hard by focusing more on Cold Steel right now. So I want to get through at least like a couple more zones worth of stuff in Remnant, and we can kind of see where we go from there. So yeah, I think that would be the plan for the next several sessions, like some Cold Steel and Remnant back and forth and all that. So yeah. So okay, we just saved here. Okay, good stuff. And let's get out of here.